Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and iRacers of all ages, it's me, it's Big B. You haven't heard me in a long time, especially on a Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to be here. ESBN, the Esports Broadcasting Network, in the house, having fun. Can't believe I'm here on a Sunday, but you know what? It's Chris Cup, ladies and gentlemen. It's All-Star Race, ladies and gentlemen. It's Charlotte Motor Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. I can't get no more excited. I can't get no more fun. Can't get no more better than this. I got my cohorts from ESBN up here in the booth with me. I got Mr. Ernest King. He's up here going to call the race with me. Ernest, what are you thinking, man? It is Charlotte. It is All-Star. What are we in for?
Hopefully a bunch of mess and some good side-by-side racing. That's what I'm looking for. No points, it's all money. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're going to be having some big-time racing going on because there are no points on the line, so they're going to be throwing some haymakers out there because we're going to run heat racing, ladies and gentlemen. Heat racing is going to take off in about, just under 60 seconds. And Kevin Conyer, man, my man in the production booth, you've got the eye in the sky. You've got the good view of the whole thing. What are you expecting to see out of this?
Well, I'm hoping my man Chris Roberge, who just jumped up into P5 for qualifying, can do another great run after seeing him last week as the only Canuck. Actually, he's the second Canuck tonight on track with Christopher Takas, I'm going to have to get used to that one, Takacs. And looking to see some action from the Canucks.
Yep, you know what? We down here in the States, we have problems with the. We got to keep our eye on our border brothers. When we talk about that, they ain't stole my car. Got to keep my eye on the Canadians. You know what I'm saying? Hey, welcome up into the booth. Looks like Jonathan Leach has jumped up in here. All-Star racing tonight, man. You going to be here with us a bit, or are you going to be out there turning that wheel?
I will definitely be driving. However, we are. I need y'all to do y'all's color thing and buy us a little bit of time. We had a technical issue and a few drivers weren't able to get in, so we're remedying it, and it's going to take about 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, you got 5 to 10 minutes. You got me with a motor mouth that can talk about all sorts of things iRacing. As here's what the format's going to be. You know what? Let me break it down to you this way. ESPN is the network, iRacing is the platform, and Chris Cup on a Sunday night. That's the league that's bringing you the action tonight. And, Diecast, not that you got to talk about them, the sponsor for ESPN. We got to talk about another sponsor we got working for this race tonight, and that's KS Designs, and they take care of all your in-sim graphical needs. You can find them on Twitter, find them on Facebook, find them on Instagram, KS Designs, and they're going to hook you up with all things graphical that you might need. And not only for that, but you know what? We got stage racing, guys. We're going to run 8 cars a heat race, or not stage racing, heat racing. We're going to run 8 cars a heat, and they're going to go out there and they're going to run 20 laps with no cautions. And winner's going to come home with a KS Design T-shirt. Then we're going to run another heat race with the next batch of guys. 20-lap race, no caution. Guy's going to come back with another T-shirt. But you know what? When we get down to the whole shooting match, it's going to be 100 laps of Charlotte Motor Speedway at night in the Cup cars with no points, gloves off, money on the line, prizes on the line. What's your thoughts on this one, Ernest?
Well, they better lace them up tight, and they better pull them belts tight. Charlotte usually brings, that mix of sometimes you can get the long green run, but then sometimes it's caution after caution after caution. Cars get tight off coming out of 4 backstretch. People like to go down into 3 and dive it down towards the low line. I look to see a lot of fun going on tonight, for real. When it's no points, just going at it.
Yeah, Charlotte Motor Speedway is a good place to do it. Speaking of racing, and going around the world, since we got a few minutes here, guys, did either of you in this booth, like myself, happen to catch a Formula One race today from Bahrain?
My God, eh?
For a driver that was originally against a halo being put on the F1 cars, if it wasn't for that halo, he wouldn't have a head right now. I have never seen, if you're wondering what I'm referring to, Stuart Haas driver, start of the race, the first lap, 4th turn, he went almost head on into the guardrail. Car went up, and you couldn't have got a movie effect. Stunt movie special effects couldn't have given me a fireball like that. And my mind just flashed to that scene in that movie, Ford versus Ferrari, where the little kid was asking the engineer, have you ever been on fire? And the engineer says, well, no. He says, But Dad, he says, yeah, you're Dad, but they get out. You know, sometimes they don't get out. And oh my God, did Rozier get out?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a big Formula One guy, but I didn't have a chance to actually watch the race. But when I saw the video and the photos of that, I was like, man, the changes that they made to them F1 cars really probably did save that man's life. That was insane to see that.
Well, I have on Facebook, I was taking a look at Facebook just a little bit ago, and I'm going to see if it's still there. Someone had posted it. Now I got to find it. And the audio from it about broke your heart. It was actually from the driver himself 3 hours ago in the hospital. You know, he's got pretty severe burns on both his hands and his feet. He's got several broken ribs. But he said in that video, he just from the hospital bed, said, thank you for the messages of encouragement. You know, I'm wide awake. He was wide awake, you know, totally alert, didn't look to be in too much discomfort. And he flat stated, I was against the Halo when they brought it to F1. Not anymore.
Yeah, that's for sure. That was brutal. Like I said, I didn't see it, but I saw the photos and the video. Man, that was hardcore.
I think it's incredible, you know, that Dave and all credit to them, you know, advanced safety to the point that a driver can walk away from something that, you know, you never, like your mind just doesn't believe a human should walk away from.
Yeah, and I'm watching my timing and scoring. They had a problem with the session. Something happened that locked some guys out. They're getting guys back into it, and it looks like they're cycling through the heats right now. We'll get the word on exactly what's happening when race control decides that they're going to fill the announcers in on what's happening. But till then, I'm going to talk about everything, all racing. I'm going to talk about everything, all F1. NASCAR, open wheel, closed wheel, dirt. I don't care if it's two cockroaches running down the side of a wall. Who's going to win?
Sounds like a good plan. We got a car out on track to at least keep us busy. That's the Christopher Takacs in the
Takix.
Takix.
His last name is Takix. Yes, sir.
Takix. That's the other Canuck you was telling me about in the 46 Toyota.
That's right.
That man is excellent on restarts. And when we get some restarts, look out for him. He's on the money when it comes down to the restarts.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I just updated my trading paints before I got in here, and I'm looking at some of the paint jobs that you guys put on these cars in this league, and that 46 is absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely. Taking a close-up of it right now.
Yeah, but as it should be, there's a Ford leading a Toyota. Did that tumble out of my mouth? I'm sorry. Yeah, even though I'm heavily biased towards Chevrolet personally. I think we got one more. ESPN Yahoo decided to invade the booth, and the more voices, the merrier. We're going through some technical issues here. They're resetting the server. You know, they're kind of getting things caught up, and we're just kind of winging it here. Welcome into the booth, Mr. Tony Trapasso.
Yeah, gentlemen, I just wanted to give you a real heads up that they are putting up a new session as we speak. That session should be going live momentarily here, and I just received word on that, and I just wanted to pass it along to you.
Okay. Well, then we'll just let you be our eyes in the sky to tell us when that session goes live, and we can go take a commercial break and switch on over.
It requires me to log into the iRacing server.
You didn't think you were going to come in here and get a free ride, did you?
I'll take a look for that right now.
The answer is a definite maybe.
Yeah, I'm in there. I didn't know how they were going to handle it because I wasn't in the server. I ran into the same technical difficulties, but I haven't seen it pop up yet. So I'm still researching or recycling or whatever you want to call it.
There is one
guys.
up.
We've got 6 guys in here now, so they might just be restarting inside this current.
You can't do that.
Okay.
No, they're gonna have to restart.
There it is.
They're gonna have to add
the new session's up. Don't ask me which one. I'm assuming it's the one that has 0 spectators as of right now.
Correct.
Well, then I will withdraw myself from that. Ladies and gentlemen, you're getting a bird's eye view of behind the scenes, how you wing it in production here. You know what? ESPN, we can handle any.
All right, so we'll be pulling out of this race as the 46 comes to a standstill. And I'm going to throw it to our lovely starting soon interlude video, and we'll be right back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, ESPN, we never broke stride, man. We jumped servers, we logged out, we logged in. We had to get our technical engineer, Peter the meter reader out here to get everything all set up right. But now that he's gotten everything electrical all hooked up, it's the internet. Nothing can go just damn perfect for us. But we're here, we're live, and we got a lot more Chris's out to go on the track than what we had before. Many, many more. Taking a look, I see guys that are out there getting some track work done there. 41, Chris Corval bringing it down pit lane. Beautiful. I can't call it Coca-Cola. We call it Chris-a-Cola here. Paint job on the car. Everything is Chris in this league, I've happened to notice. And I kind of like it, to tell you the honest to God truth.
Absolutely.
Never mind me. I'm just cycling through my different camera angles, looking at different paint jobs that I can see out on the track.
Let's see. We've got, looks like Chris Weaver coming out and Christopher Ritchie and Chris Papa. Christopher Ritchie is in the Tabascris mobile. Looks like the recognizable...
I use that stuff, tell you honest to God truth.
There you go.
Wondering what Chris Papa's doing right there, warming up his tires in a unique way, practicing maybe his victory burnout?
Just testing,
we shall see.
Testing the integrity of the track.
Yeah.
Chris Weaver in the 8's getting a little squirrely on the exit.
Chris Weaver hustling it down off of the front straight there. Let me click a couple of buttons. And I want to see, they're in a 10-minute practice here, 2 minutes left, and then we're going to have a 5-minute qualifying session to set the grid for 2 heat races tonight. It's going to be 20-lap heats, and then we are going to run the... did they set it up right as I look at my info? Yep, we got several heats, and then we go to the feature, which is going to be a 100-lap shootout. They did get her set right. So practice is over. They've decided to go ahead and advance the session, and we are going to break off into qualifying.
And don't forget, the winner of each heat race tonight is going to win a free T-shirt from tonight's race sponsor, KS Designs.
Yeah, KS Designs, everyone. Like I said before, KS Designs, they'll be there for all your MSIM graphical needs. You can find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just look for KS Designs. They're bringing you the race tonight. They are the race sponsor. KS Designs sponsoring the race. The network is ESPN. The platform is iRacing. And as always, the league on Sunday night, the Chris Cup. A track full of Chris's that you're going to have a good time watching.
Absolutely, and don't forget our regular series sponsor, DeMarzo's Gears, for all your gear training needs. You can find them at 661-212-3389. Our very good friends over at SimNut Racing Sims for all your sim peripheral needs, SimNut Racing Sims, and our very good friends over at Butt Kicker, so you can feel what you've been missing.
Yeah, one of these days I might actually do my job and get all of the reads so I can do them all right for it on a network broadcast. But you know what? Hey, my termination papers got lost in the mail. That's why I'm here on a Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm happy to be here.
I'll tell you what, I hope this is going to be a blast. I mean, heat races, old school. That's when they told me that we were going to be a part of this, and I found out that there was going to be heat racing tonight. My eyes lit up, boy. I was excited for it.
The short track Sunday night.
Yeah, and I'm watching the Topher Energy #1 machine of Chris Williams, bringing it around, getting some qualifying laps here. And guys, I don't know if you've noticed it, but he's not the only car I've noticed. They're getting awful squirrely off of turn 4. They're catching some looseness.
Well, it's because they're catching that bump that's at the transition coming off the banking going towards the short chute leading to the quad part of the oval. If you're not hugging that yellow line blue line now, it's very easy to get it all wrong. So if you got two guys side by side in any one of the races tonight, Katie bar the door because somebody's taking the safer barrier with them.
Yeah, and to tell you the honest truth, ladies and gentlemen, you'll hear us talk about all sorts of racing terms tonight. Tight, loose, you'll hear horsepower, you'll hear torque, you'll hear air pressure, you'll hear spring rate. But just to give you the quick rundown of what you'll hear the most, a tight car is one that does not want to turn. So if you're going to hit the wall, the outside wall, and you're tight, you're going to hit it with the front. If you hit the outside wall with the back of the car, you're loose. How fast you're going when you hit it, that's horsepower, and how far you take it with you, that's torque.
And how many times you hit the wall, that's drunk.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to say that at a certain F1 race tonight. You know, he hit the wall once.
Then he wasn't drunk.
Yeah, did you see that? Did you see the video of that, Tony?
I did, and I asked the same thing that just about everyone else in the group chat that you and I are in on Facebook asked. How the hell did he survive that? And like yourself, I was not a fan of the Halo when they first brought it out. I'm like, that's the ugliest looking thing I've ever seen, and now I want one in my street car.
Yeah, 3 hours ago, he posted from his Facebook account, the driver from hospital, hands are wrapped up. He got really bad burns on both his hands and his feet, broke a bunch of ribs, but he had a smile on his face, said thanks for everyone sending him all the well wishes. He can't, he waved his hands. He said, I can't quite answer them all yet, but he did admit, I was not a fan of the Halo when they brought it here, but I am now. It saved his life.
I'm just wondering what it's going to take for F1 to switch from 120 octane gasoline to, something a little less volatile.
Well, that's something that I noticed in the coverage they were talking about. F1 will do a complete reconstruction on that car, just like the FAA does with the, a commercial airline incident. They will bring every piece and part of that car they could find and rebuild it and reconstruct it and get everything, all the telemetry they can to find out why it did what it did and why was that fireball like it was. And as big as that fireball was and as bad as it burned, they're saying that was not the full fuel bladder. That was just a connection that maybe broke.
Right, but the fact is, because you had that fire where they had it, that's not something you would see in, like, I hate to compare apples to oranges, but it's not something you would see in, like, an IndyCar where they run a renewable fuel. Yeah,
well, there's going to be a lot of issues, and looks like F1 had its, as I said earlier, in quotes, their Ryan Newman moment today. But, hey, guys, qualifying is over. We got heat race number 1. We're going to line them up out there on the grid as follows. Looks like first guy that's going to take the pole off of the grid is going to be, and I'm going to call them all Chris's, Chris Gossett in the 21 CTG. It's not PPG, it's Chris Cup. So, hey, beautiful paint job from 46 Chris Cockix. I love that paint job on that Toyota. Then we go down to the 88 of Chris Otto, followed by the 35 of Chris Ritchie, Chris Hazel, Chris Williams, and then rounding out the field in the fourth row is going to be Chris how do you pronounce that? Chris Gauger and Corva. Gauger. You know these guys' names better than I do, but I want you to focus on that paint job on that 41 because I'm loving it, and you're going to hear me talk about these. It is not Coca-Cola, man. Welcome to the Chris Cup. That's Chris Cola paint job out there, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's each and every week these guys come out with some paint schemes that they just think of on their own. I mean, not really on their own, but they put their own little twist to it. It's awesome every week.
17. He's got Bush's car out. He's got what is the Chris car out there.
Welcome to Chris Cup.
I'm loving it, but you know what? I'm focused back at the front of the field. Lights are out on and what do we call that? The Chris. What did you call that thing, sir? The Chris Dang is leading him around, bringing him around the turn 3-4 complex, hitting turn 4 right about now. We're ready to go green. 20 laps, no cautions. Going to slug it out for a T-shirt. Pace car takes that hard left turn. 21 of Chris Gossett holding them down, waiting on the green flag. Green flag is ready to come out. Well, you know what? It came out. He hit the loud pedal. He is gone. Said, see you boys. Catch me if you can, as he leads the field and hustles it off to the turn 1-2 complex. Chris Gossett still holding that point down. Chris Takaz in the 46. Oh, nice move, man. Chris Otto slamming the door on him. But Chris Takis, he is just making that crossover move down below, side by side for second place. 35, the 35 of Chris Ritchie. Doesn't really have a place to go, man. Look at the, they're slugging it out, and we're only on what, lap 2?
Lap 2. I was really surprised that the 46 got a slow restart. Remember at the beginning of the show, I told you that Mr. Takis there, I've been watching him all season in the trucks and the Cup Series, and he just is one that is relentless on the starts. And you can see now where he's really putting pressure over 21 of Mr. Gossett.
Yeah, you want to talk pressure? Take a look at the 88 of Chris Otto, just coming right up onto the back of the 46, giving him a slight little love tap on that rear bumper, said, hey, boy, I'm here. Get out of my way, you know?
And that's amazing. Mr. Otto is just up in the booth calling a truck race with us. Oh, tackling up in the wall.
Oh, yeah, up in the wall. Oh, doing it he can to keep it straight, pointed the right direction. He does. Loses a ton and a half of real estate, but he manages to keep the car straight. Don't think it's going to quite handle because he did kind of pancake that right-hand side.
Yeah, he definitely bent that spark spoiler up a little bit. It's definitely going to hinder him. Probably a little bit tight if you think going into the corner there.
Yeah,
back Otto, look at the outside.
Yeah, taking a look at the back of the front of the field. Otto is right there, but you know, Chris Gossett's been holding this lead from the get-go, from the drop of the green. He is doing his best to make a car that is only 6 foot wide, look to be about 15 and a half feet wide, and just giving these guys really nowhere to go. The outside line brings the momentum. He steps up, blocks that momentum, and drops it down. It's kind of like watching Joey Logano in a super speedway.
I think most of that Joey Logano thing is his spotter. That's Dale Hughes' former spotter. But these boys here, I don't even think they're looking in the mirror. I think they're just looking forward, trying to find a way around that person in front of them.
Yeah, and 5 laps in, they're throwing haymakers already. I didn't get a chance to talk to the drivers pre-race. I didn't know. Are we running full tanks of Go Fast in these things? Are we running a certain amount of sets of Dr. Feelgoods for the 100-lap main?
I really didn't ask any questions about that. I just know it's go time the whole night tonight, and I think that's what these boys are worried about, is just getting and going.
Yeah, well, we'll figure that out when the time comes, man. But you take a blanket and you throw it over the top 5. All top 5 are running pretty much no tail, half-second separation from the first place back to the 5th place. Then you go another 3/10 back to 6th, and kind of sucks for the 46 and Chris Takars. He's fallen all the way back. He's a full 1.1 behind the field, but Chris, you know, the 17 bringing up the rear, looks like he's just going to log some laps and say, have at it, boys. I'm just looking for my starting spot.
Yeah, I'm looking at the lap times here. I mean, we got first, second, third, all the way down to 4th position was pretty much 70, 76, 74, and then a 69 there in 4th with Mr. Hazel. So they're all right there just getting it.
Yeah, nose to tail, getting that conga line going here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oh, as the 7 of Chris Hazel hits up into the wall. He's flattening that right-hand side. As Chris Williams gets around him, move Hazel back to 5th place, and Williams up to 4th.
And he was my pick in the truck race we just called. I'll probably be rooting for him and Mr. Tackett tonight. We'll see how it goes.
Beautiful paint job on that number 7, but looks like he had a little bit of connection issue there, lagging it a little bit, but he's got to pancake that right side, and he's falling back into the clutches of Chris Corriveau in the Chris Acola car.
Yeah, it looks like they're starting to thin out a little bit. It takes about 7 laps, 8 laps maybe, and then the car starts to get a little bit more tighter, and then you start having to work the throttle. Whoa! That was awfully close between the 41 and the 7. But like I said, as Charlotte, you kind of have to, especially in 3 and 4, you kind of have to work the throttle a little bit more to get that run coming through the tri-oval going into turn 1.
Yeah, you don't just drive it with the steering wheel, ladies and gentlemen. You got to drive it with your feet. And you don't burp that throttle coming off. Guess what? it gets what we call loose, and that's where the rear end wants to step out, and it goes snap. See you, bye.
Definitely don't want to get that going, as DW used to call it the hospital hop.
Man, these guys are pushing it hard up into the wall.
That's a big one. F46 has major damage.
Yeah, the 46 chopped the nose off. Go back and take a look and see what happened. See if I can find the genesis of that wreck. Oh, and that was, it started with the 7 just getting super tight, snapping it up, coming down into the 41 of Chris Corville, and man, the 46 of Chris Tackers, he was the innocent bystander in that. It was like he had nowhere to go.
So looking at messages here, 75% fuel and unlimited tires. I believe that's what it looks like.
Well, we should see some green flag stops. I doubt we're going to see green flag stops, man. There's no points being raced for this. There's no nothing else but
do they even count cautions in the heat races?
Nope, no caution.
Oh yeah, they're going to keep on getting it. They're going to get these things going to the main, which is fine. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, we're running. It looks to be we're probably going to have what by the looks of it 3 heat races tonight, maybe a 4th by the number of guys that showed up for this. But we're working lap 13 and 20 right now. Chris Gossett, he had command of the field from the get-go. Chris Otto is just kind of laid off his back bumper now, just kind of riding his tire tracks. Think he might be saving it a little to see if he can make a late charge here with maybe 3 or 4 to go. As a fellow driver there, Ernest, if you're here at Charlotte and you've got, say, 10 to go, when do you push the scramble button? When do you go for broke and go into full send-it mode?
Well, it all depends on, how hard I was pushing it compared to the driver in front of me, or, no matter where I was running on the racetrack. If I knew that I was further behind and I was coming to the leader, I knew that I'd use my stuff up more than that leader did. So, but if I was right there, like these guys over here, Otto and Gossett, probably another lap, maybe one more. And it looks like he can hold that line a little bit lower than what Gossett can. Say another lap, and then I'd really start trying to put the pressure on him.
Well, we're going to find out here quick, fast, and in a hurry as these laps are winding down. Working lap 16 and 20 right now. Gossett in command of the field. Chris Otto rolling second place. Chris Ritchie in the Tabasco car. I'm loving these speed jobs, man. Holding down that third spot. Chris Williams for 4th. Chris Gauger for 5th. These names are going to kill me. Sorry, folks. I'm kind of jumping in here helping out tonight. Because I'm home, because it's fun, and yes, because I can do it. Chris Corbu, followed by last one on the field running right now. Chris Hazel, as Chris Takis has put it back on the hauler. He's going to be going to the backup for the All-Star.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing is that everybody that's running tonight, I think the heats are going to determine how the field plays out, but I think everybody still gets to run in the All-Star race. That's what I think is pretty cool about it.
I think the heats, basically the heat races, they're just racing for a T-shirt and setting the starting lineup, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, I believe so, and that's what's cool about it. Everybody, it was nothing that Mr. Takis, did wrong. They were just racing up there. It looks like he got a little bit squirrely when he went into the corner and he tried to save it and then overcorrected and went up into the wall. He was still running up there pretty good, running good lap times. Well, not now, but before he was. I think he just back there chilling now.
Now, working lap 18 and 20 right now. Chris Gossett, he's done stepped it out. 1.1 second lead on second place. The race, the closest I've got on the field right now, and that would be between second and third, Chris Otto and Chris Ritchie. Ritchie is still half second behind. He can make a late race run at it. Hoping if Otto doesn't quite step on his own jump, getting it real loose off of turn 2 there. But here he comes. Here comes Ritchie making a charge for it as we head for the white flag.
Oh, yeah. He might have a run for him as long as Otto can keep it straight and down on the low line. It looks like Ritchie's going to have to try something on the high side, which is Charlotte. This long and deep in the run, very, very difficult.
Yeah, but this is an all-star run. There's no points on the line. I can't even get the T-shirt because first place is out in front. So I just might be wanting to lay that back bumper to him. But then again, you know what? You lay that back bumper to someone, there's a Chris, and a Chris got a memory. And a Chris with a memory might pay you back in a 100-lap main.
Oh, yeah. But this is probably a point in time where they don't want to do anything crazy yet. I don't want to break out the word of all words, the carnage yet. I think that comes later. But these guys had pretty level head and good race so far.
Yep. That was it. Boy, they didn't give him time to even give us the rundown on it. My scoring and timing just went blank, and I got the second group of Chris's sitting on the track, ready to go.
Yeah, mine too. That was like instant.
Well, starting lineup is going to look like this. The 78 Chris Outlet's car of Chris Janellis. He's going to take it off he's going to hold the point down. Christopher Reese in second. Third going to roll off is Chris Robichaud. Look at that paint job on that 98, man. Chris Raul Meza in the 37, the Go Chris car. The Who Chris of the 18. Guys, I'm loving these dang paint jobs. I don't care who you are. Man, so far the one that's got me the best has got to be that I'm loving the best has got to be the 37 of Chris Raul Meza in the GoChris.com board.
You need me to continue? Are you good or?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just loving the creativity, man. I haven't been here for this league. You know, I talked to him when we took him on as a broadcast partner for ESPN, and but I haven't been able to catch the race. And I'm looking at the paint jobs, and I'm going, man, I need to be here a little more often. This is cool.
Yeah, right on. That's I started in the trucks. You know, me and Leach, and then we brought on the Cup Series here. It's the same thing in the trucks too. You see outstanding paint schemes. Let me throw this out there for everybody that's watching this, the broadcast. I'm monitoring the chat. If you guys have any questions, you want to throw out some hellos, some hays, who's your favorite driver, something about the paint schemes, anything, make sure you share it. Make sure you like it. Make sure you throw up them hearts and smiles, whatever. It helps out the broadcast and us guys up here in the booth.
All right. The Chris Cup, the Chris Tang takes its left turn into pit lane. Cristiano is holding him down, waiting on the green flag. He hits the loud pedal, says, see you boys, I'm out of here. Catch me if you can. Green flag, it flies at Charlotte Motor Speedway as we have fired him off under anger. And already mixing it up, looking for that second spot. We are 2 wide, 2 rows deep behind the per leader.
Yeah, 78, Mr. Galinas. I think he did a very good job there in the truck race. He pulled out there with Mr. Reese and Ray Boers there coming up into second place.
Yeah, well, he's been out here in the track in a truck, but out here in the track in a truck, and out here in the track on this same track in a Cup car, 2 complete different animals, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's a ton more downforce and a ton more speed, I believe, in these Cup cars. It makes for an exciting race.
Talking about exciting racing, taking a look at the 37 of Chris Raul Meza. He is just in a slugfest with Chris 98 and the 18. And these guys are just trying to sort it out. They know they got a short time to get it done, and they look like they're just trying to get it done in the short time they got.
Yeah, not very many laps here. It looks like the 18 got his left side down there on the apron a little bit.
Top 2 breakaway between the 78 and the 62, Chris Galinas and Chris Riss. Oh, man, here we go. Looks like the 98 wanting to get her done in a hard way on the outside, carrying the outside momentum as they hustle it over the start-finish line. Give that advantage to Chris Galinas, but Christopher Reese on the outside, he gets the job done, brings it down across the nose of Christopher Reeve, new leader, the 78, or the 98.
Yeah, I remember in that last heat race, I said it was a little bit too late to try something on the high side. Mr. Rayboys tried that at just the right amount of time.
Christopher Raul Mesa up into the wall. I heard the tire screeching. I'm going to see if I can catch a quick look back. What happened there? Did he have a little help? It kind of looked like he did with the 97. Sorry about getting the names wrong. I forgot to push one dang button and my name's all scrambled up on me. Yeah, he looked like he'd come down on the 97. That was a prime example of too many cars, not enough pavement. Chris Robert's back in the front. 8/10 of a second breakaway over Chris Galinas. Chris Galinas settling in on that run, but don't look now. There is a battle going on for third between Christopher Reese and Chris Bass.
Yeah, we got the top three blanketed right here. We can throw a blanket right over top of them. Times our last lap was a 55.82, and then a 23 for Mr. Bass. That's hauling right there.
Well, to tell you the honest truth, I'm learning a little something here, guys. I noticed that these cars, you can throw them around pretty much where you want in that first opening 5 laps, but then it starts to settle to a conga line, and you're giving up a lot of traction once you hit lap 7. And I'm thinking these guys are probably going to be screaming for tires in the main after the first 20.
Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine that cautions will be on in the main, and then that's where the strategy part's going to come into it. I can't wait. As a driver, I can't wait for that to see what the guys do, what different points of time in the race. And, okay, well, a caution came out. We got this amount of time left. They stayed out. I'm pitting. I got pressure rubber. It's going to last me another 7 to 8 laps longer than what that guy has.
Yeah, and if you're saving them just right, because let's face it, the tire models that iRacing has been coming out there, they've been simulating the tire wear fairly decent, and your tires will go away. You will, if you're able to hold it flat out around the track, you're not going to be able to after 10 laps. You're going to be backing up that corner, and give it another 5 laps after that, you're going to be looking for a little bit of brake pedal to help you set the front end.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Usually, I haven't really done a lot of cup car racing yet in my iRacing career. I've done a lot of ARCA and street stocks. On the street stocks, I think they almost are kind of like these cars where you have to trail brake it, they call it, a little bit to get that front end set down. These cars take a little bit longer for you to have to do that. So I agree totally.
Well, you don't want to trail brake a cup car, I'll give you that. But you can dial the rear brake bias back enough that when you bring it, you brush that brake pedal, it transfers that weight to the front tires to add a little bit more grip. And if people always ask, well, what about this weight transfer? What's this, do? What's that do? Think about a marble, and you set it on a flat, floor pan of the car. When you step on the brakes, the marble goes forward. Well, whichever way the marble goes, when you go through a corner, when you get on the brakes, when you get on the throttle, that's where all the weight is transferring in the car. That's where the grip's going to transfer. And when you kind of think of it like that and taking a look now, don't look now, but we got a battle for the lead. Galinas says, you had it, I want it, I'm taking it. Move Galinas, I was going to say move him to the point, but Christopher Robert, 98, hanging tough on the outside, finally slips in behind him.
Well, we can see where that tire wear is starting to come in and play a role for everyone, because you got Mr. Raygorge, he just lost the lead. You got Bass back there and Mr. Reese coming up. I mean, it's top 4 battle right now.
Yeah, top 4 breakaway. Taking a look back in the back of the field, Chris Ryan, he is, he's got Christopher Page or Chris Papa on the back of him. These guys have happened to seen a little bit of the wall earlier on. They're kind of running a little off the pace, kind of happy where they're going to be running. And then way in the back, Christopher Raul Mesa. But going back to the front of the field, don't look now, but they're really mixing it up for second place.
And taking a look at that here. We got Let's Go number 62 by Jennifer Reese, and then Chris Jones goes in and he posts, Let's Go Chris. Hold on, I'm looking at my leaderboard here, and
no, just pick one.
Everybody's named Chris.
Yeah, just pick one. Say which one.
Right. He's definitely got a winner.
Well, guys, you know what? I don't see Chris written all over the car unless my trading paints has gone off. I'm looking at a 97 blue paint job of Christopher Bass, but guys, he has impressed the hell out of me. He has carved that field, got door contact when Christopher Almeza came down on him, and he has worked his way up to second place, and he's kind of looking for more here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's saved enough. He's worked his way up from the back there, but we're going to see what he's got, if he's got anything for an S78. And once again, same thing in the truck race. Galinas, he worked his way back up through the field, and once again, sitting up front.
Well, our viewer rooting for Reese should be happy because he just made by Roberge, who is suffering that tire fall off after having run in the front for so long.
Yeah, tire fall off is a factor here. We're working lap 15 and 20. You know, you go 20 laps here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, it goes quick. And wow, Christopher Reese moving up to the third spot. He's hunting down the back end of Chris Bass. And Chris Bass is doing his best to just run on the tire tracks and break that distance down between himself and Chris Galinas. I think we're going to have, I mean, we got two close battles going on. One battle for first, the other battle for third.
Looks like that 97 car is just running a little bit higher, like another half lane up than the 78 car. Wonder if that's maybe his mode of thinking to try to save his tires a little bit more?
Well, if you can get your car running a groove higher, it all has to do with Chris Bass, sorry. You saw the outside wall there. That's called carrying way too much momentum off of the turn into the high lane. He saw the outside wall. It's going to, you know, we were looking at Chris Bass to maybe challenge for the lead with Chris Galinas, but right now Chris Bass is going to have to do everything he can to defend that second spot against Christopher Reese, who is coming up on him and closing the distance. The gap now down to 0.7 seconds and shrinking.
Yeah, he got into that wall pretty hard. We saw that in the last one. Mr. Takis got into it. It made his car really, really tight, and he just fell to the back. And here we're on board with Mr. Reese. There you go, Jennifer Reese. There goes your number 62. We're trying to chase him down.
Well, tell you what, I've never lost a race. I've been, behind when we ran out of time, but I've never lost. But these guys are running out of time. We are working lap 19 and 20. That means two more circuits around here, and we're going to park these cars, do the repairs that they need to do as we get the next batch out here for another 20-lap run. But right now, up at the point, Chris Galinas is in total command, and Chris Bass looks like he's going to hold on to that second place because he has been able to hold that 0.7-second gap over Christopher Reese. Christopher Reese, he's trying to step it out to a full second over Chris Robish. I'm going to murder all these names. I am going to get so kicked in the ding-ding by all these drivers, I swear. There will be a ding-ding kicking party in the pits after this race, I'm telling you.
Well, the next one's easy. It's Chris Ryan in P5. And then Chris Papa in following up. And but we just come across the line for Galinas.
Yeah, Galinas closes it out, finishes lap 20 and 20. Folks are going to watch these cars before they can even do a cool-down lap. The track's going to all of a sudden miraculously snap your fingers, snap, presto, bye. Time to run the next race. Hand this one to Galinas. Chris Bass is second. Christopher Reese is third. Guys, help me out on that fourth one. Roberge? Yeah, Roberge.
Yep,
Roberge?
Roberge, yeah.
Man, he's got a fan base that's going to hunt me down. Yes, send your hate mail to Byron Rodney, Marietta, Ohio, P.O. Box OU812.
So let me just throw this little nugget out there. During the truck race, we had Leach and Otto in here, and they didn't know whether the race tonight was going to be in the daylight and then go in the night or all under night. So they were discussing whether they would have had an advantage of watching that truck race and from the booth instead of being in it. Well, it's all under dark. So if they were watching the race, now they have something. Otto's already been on the track. It looks like Mr. Leach is going to be in this one. Starting on the front, we got Lawrence, and then second we have Mr. Williams, and then Jones starting in the third spot, and there's Leach. He was in the booth.
All right.
Maybe he learned something about it. And then
I'm loving these paint jobs. The U.S. Chris car, the Lou Chris oil car, the 24 Do Chris car, the Chriserade car. I'm loving it.
And then Weaver and Edwards. This is going to be good. So I think Otto and Leach might have actually been able to learn a little something that they were watching with that truck and that truck race.
Yeah, we still have another group to go out. And, well, no, there's only 7 cars out here. So this might be the end of our heat. You guys would have to jump in the server to see for me to see if 16 and 7. Let's see if I do my math. Carry the 1, subtract the 3, divide by quad 8, 7.
Talking to the wrong guy here about math.
Unless I bring it. Hold on. Let me do this professional style.
I look for the green flag and the checkered flag.
All right, here we go. Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Christang pace car, got the field in tow, brings them around turn 3. They're going to be heading around to turn 4. Going to be looking for the green flag. And they're going to be handing out another KS Design shirts, folks. KS Designs for all your in-sim graphical needs. You can find them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at KS Designs. As the Mustang Chris car is off of the track, hard left in the pit lane, tighten the belts up, hits the loud pedal, makes all the noise, and wow, guys, we got one heck of a restart because nobody broke away here. The top 3 broke away, and that's how it's going to be, hustling off to turn 1 and 2.
I just think these guys got to sit back and watch them first 2 heat races, so they kind of maybe made a plan out for themselves.
I don't know, but whoa! As I hit the right button, now I can see it was the 31 of Chris Williams got way tight up into the outside wall on the first lap. He has fallen all the way back to the back of the field. Christopher Lawrence out to the point, followed by Chris Ryan Jones. And here we go, and that would be Chris Edwards in the 72. Major front end damage as he saw the inside wall. We stay under green as there's no cautions in the heat races. So he is either going to be putting it around, or he's going to be putting it on the hauler, but focusing back up at the front. We got to throw a blanket over the top 3, and Christopher Crowder is trying to make that a 4-way dance for the top spot.
Yeah, it looks like he just got a little bit loose, and the guy behind him didn't have time to check up.
Well, these guys, we're seeing it again, too. These guys are putting these cars pretty much at will where they want to in the opening laps of the run. But you wait till we get to about lap 7, and we'll see if they're as brave on that steering wheel as they were in the opening laps. As they're starting to settle down to single file running, maybe these guys learned a little bit. Say, hey, you know what? Let me save my stuff, have the best stuff available. As long as I stay in contact with the leaders, I can have the best stuff available. I don't use it up mid or early race.
Yeah, I think they've learned their lesson, and they're going to just chill out and wait and save their tires. Like you said, they've been throwing it in there. They go hard early, and then they kind of let off later, and then try to make it back up and later run. Looking at the chat here, we got Mr. Bill Cook saying Newcastle, Indiana in the house. Hello, everyone. What's up, Bill? Got you, man.
Handling those shout-outs because you know what? I can't multitask for squat. My wife will tell you that. As Chris Edwards, he's taking it to the pit lane and put it on the hauler. We got 6 cars circulating this track. And it looks like these guys are just going to sit there and play a gentlemanly game of follow the leader until we get towards the end. So we're going to find out because you know what? If they keep it up like this, 20 laps goes by pretty darn quick here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, I'm looking back. I'm seeing that number 8 car, Mr. Chris Weaver, and he's slowly, just chilling. And I think he might be just in there waiting and thinking that we'll wait for somebody else to make a mistake. These guys are going to start mixing it up a little bit. Might be able to make up a little bit of time.
You know what? That name Weaver sounds awful familiar to me. I may know that Chris Weaver. Beautiful My Fox 8 paint job on there. But taking a look back up at the front, it's turning into another 3-way dance as Chris Ryan Jones in the Do Chris car has himself the machine up on the point. Don't look now, but the 48 of Jonathan Leach, or Chris John Leach, he's trying to make it a 3-way dance for that first. Jonathan, if you can hear me, man, just settle in. Just. God, I want to be your spotter for this one, buddy. Don't push it too hard. As they just conga lining it right now, working lap 80 at 20.
Yeah, don't forget, he was in the booth with me when we called that truck race, and I'm telling you, I think he might have learned something under the lights. He's been just sitting there, just stalking these guys.
Beautiful paint job on the number 9, Christopher Lawrence for the U.S. Chris. Paying homage to our boys in the service, and anyone who was in the service that was not able to be with your family for Thanksgiving, whether it be an active assignment, whether it be due to the pandemic in the nation, we say thank you.
Yeah, thank all the men and women that serve for this country, man. It lets us be able to come here and hang out with all you guys and everybody in the chat and racers and do this for fun.
Halfway there, man. Halfway there in this heat, and we are still conga line for first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth dropping off, but still only about a second and a half separation from the first car to the sixth car on the track, as looks like Christopher Lawrence is starting to apply a little bit of pressure on Ryan Jones, and Jonathan Leach is putting a lot of pressure on the back end of Chris Lawrence right now.
I'm multitasking again. I'm looking at the chat. We go, Chris Reese says, my buddy's on Chris in this one. Of course.
Yeah, well, that's a safe bet. There's going to be a Chris. Chris is going to win this race.
And then we got the James Mandarin is from Centerville, Texas, checking in with us tonight. That's awesome. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Texas is in the house.
Texas, definitely in the house.
Yeah, well, enjoy the good weather down in Texas. We're going to be freezing our butts up here in the Northeast here shortly.
All right.
Taking a look back at the lead of the pack, still Jones, Lawrence, and Leach, 1, 2, and 3. No one has really decided to press the issue. These guys, you gotta know that they're saving their stuff, just logging the laps, and we're going to see how wide Ryan Jones can make the back of his Chris car. I got to learn the new sponsors' names on there. They're going to see how wide he can make that car look as they hustle it into the corner. And here comes your challenge for second place from Chris Leach. He has got the inside line right now, bringing it on that inside corner. Chris Lawrence to the outside, Chris Leach to the inside. Which Chris is it going to be? Flip a coin. Chris, or Chris?
I think I would have to go with the inside here. There you go. Yeah, just from the wear on the tires now, starting to get later in the run, inside line is going to be favorable.
I'll be kind of interested to talk to some of these guys, after the race. Holding that inside line, with 14 laps on your tires, if that outside car, it looked to me like Chris Lawrence decided to let Chris Leach get by. And if he would have just pushed that issue and held himself to pinch Chris Leach down to that inside, would he have forced Chris to burn off those tires a lot sooner?
I don't know. If you ask me, I think he was just back there just watching his line, see where he can make his move, and then he was just went on with it.
Don't look now, but Chris Williams has decided to insert himself on this, but back at the front of the field, let's not forget the 24 Ducris car, Ryan Jones. He's done checked out. 1.5 second lead. Well, with 6 laps to go, and but second, third, and fourth are very much up for contention right now.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much just laid the law and said what he was going to do. Looking at the last times, he did run a 30.83. Williams ran a 30.76. Other than that, everybody's into 31s. So I think he's pretty much got this one. Since it's only like 4 or 5 laps to go.
Yeah, we'll move Williams up to third, move Lawrence back to fourth. Williams gets around him, and he's got about a half-second deficit he's got to make up behind Chris Leach. And we'll see if he can get second. I think Chris Lawrence has burned up the goodie off his tires running the line that he had, and it's starting to show. He's got more fall-off than the other guys.
I'm going to throw it back into the chat here, Mr. Our colleague said, it's cold as hell up here in Weesport, New York. Yeah, I bet it is. And I'd like to say what's up to John DeLavy. I raced with him on console, Xbox, and all that good stuff, man. Good to see you watching the stream, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I want to say hi today. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Welcome to ESPN, the Esports Broadcasting Network. Bringing you the Chris Cup on a Sunday night. And, you know, I don't want you all to forget who's bringing this race. KS Design sponsoring it. We're racing for t-shirts. We're racing for prizes here. You know, there's times where we're racing for points, and that's all nice and good. But you know what? We unpack the special cars. We're going to bring home a t-shirt or a steering wheel, one of the two. Brian Jones out there, 1.8 seconds. You know what? While we were talking all of that, Chris Williams has done snuck up onto the back of Jonathan Leach's car. He's closed it down, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it done as we're going to be working the white flag here next time by.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to fall off that much, have enough time for him. It looks like to me it's going to be Jones, Leach, Williams, Lawrence.
Yeah, white flag flies as we circulate one last time around Charlotte Motor Speedway. Chris Ryan Jones in that Do Chris 24, paying homage to Jeff Chris Gordon. He hustles it around turn 4, brings it across the start-finish line, sees the checkered flag, and that is the end of heat number 3. Chris Ryan Jones bringing it home as the top car out there. Chris Leach second, Williams third, Lawrence fourth, Crowder in fifth, Weaver the sixth spot, and Edwards rounding out your 7. And ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It is time. 100 laps. We're gridding right now to start for the All-Star race in the Chris Cup, brought to you by KS Designs and everyone else in this little media mogul enterprise we've got going on. Are you ready?
I'm throwing it up here in the chat now. I'm saying, give us your winner. We got a couple seconds here. Let's see.
And I don't want. I know it's given that Chris is going to win. Well, you know what?
Well,
I got
one last name. Let's go.
No. I got one green. I got one green 00 spot on the roulette wheel here, ladies and gentlemen. Is the pace car going to win the race?
Well, I held the word. You know what word I'm talking about. I held it. I haven't said it. It's just been heat races. Now we got the whole field out here. 100 laps. I think it's getting ready to get nice and wild tonight.
Yeah, it's not going to get wild. It's going to get real. It's going to get quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Did you hear the news tonight? There is a full moon. There is a full moon out here in Baltimore, Maryland tonight, and it's everywhere. So that usually brings out good racing. I know people watch a lot of racing, and anytime there's a full moon and there's race cars on the racetrack, it's going to be a lot of fun.
You up there in Baltimore, Maryland?
Well, it's a suburb of Baltimore. I just say Baltimore that way people.
Yeah, I was in Manassas, Virginia for Thanksgiving.
There you go. Yeah, that's not too far. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me, bud.
All right, going to lead us off to the green is going to be Chris Gossett. He's going to take the top spot. Chris Delinas is going to roll second. Jones in third. Otto in fourth. Followed by Chris Bass rounding out the top 5. Chris Leach in 6th, Richie 7th, Reese Ace, Williams in 9th, and holding down that 10th spot be Chris Williams.
After that, we got Mr. Rayboards in 11th, Lawrence. It's kind of bouncing on me here, so I'm kind of looking at Lawrence, Rayboards, Brian, Gouge, Crowder, and Papa in 17th.
Yep, and looking at Weaver, Hazel, Mesa, and Chris Edwards did not grid up on this thing. I'm not seeing him on track. I am not seeing Chris Edwards on the track, so Chris DeCount, he's going to have shotgun on the field. Pulling my focus up to the front of the field as the pace car is off, green flag is out. Chris Gossett getting not the start I don't think he was looking for, as we are underway in the All-Star race, 100 laps at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and they are already just working them side by side, hitting off to turn 1 and 2. Gossett leading the field.
Yeah, we already know that 78 car Galinas, he's going to probably just relax a little bit, save his stuff. I don't know if he can with that 88 car right there on his back bumper. Wow.
Yeah, looking like the 24, Chris Ryan Jones drifting up across the nose of the 88 Auto. But Otto not giving up any ground, is going to hang right there. And don't look now, but Chris Bass, I'm going to call it right now, that 97 car Bass is going to be a guy I'm going to be keeping my eyes on through this race. he really impressed me in his heat race, the way he was able to come up through the field in pretty short order. I'm going to hope that he doesn't push it so hard that he sees that outside wall again. But he did impress me on that first run.
It's amazing. I heard the full moon is going to win tonight. How that's going to happen, I have no idea, but the full moon is going to win tonight, guys.
All right, now that I got my timing and scoring all straight, I love it when they do updates and they don't tell me about it.
21 down low on the 24. That's two good paint schemes. Like, I really like that white fading back into the darker colors. That's nice on that 24. And I'm not biased because I run the 24 on all my leagues and everything. That's just paint scheme.
Yeah, KS Designs bringing us sponsoring the covers tonight. Bringing T-shirts to the. I think they're giving the winner a design, a graphic design, as well as a T-shirt. A winner of the 100-lap race, and can't wait to see how that's going to unfold. Want to give them a big shout out and encourage everyone. Look up KS Designs on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All your in-sim graphic needs.
I'm afraid to say this, but it looks like everybody's like being patient. Man.
Well, if your name is Chris Gossett, you weren't being patient because you were tapping the bumper of the 78 of Galena, and Otto looked like he brushed that outside wall a little bit. It just got snapped tight on him and it ran right up there. Either that or Chris Bass got up and took the air off that rear spoiler. But these cars are starting to get a little froggy as we get 6 laps in on the tires.
Yeah, it looks like we got two groups of cars. Maybe we have a group that's not trying to push their stuff as much as the guys up front, and then we got the guys that are just, I'm going. I'm trying to get in the biggest league as I can. If the caution comes out, we'll see what happens. But that's the way it looks to me right now.
Taking a look at the race server, we do have one fast repair available for these guys, should they need it. You see that outside wall, you want to stay competitive. Wow, look at Otto just really pushing the back of Bass right now. Top 3 on a breakaway, and then it's another group of 3, and these guys are just, Jonathan Leach up there rounding out that 6th spot. These guys aren't holding it back early in the race. They're kind of throwing haymakers at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Those are the 2 that were up in the booth calling the truck race, so I think they don't want to be back there much longer than what they have to be. That 78 car, Galenas, he's the one that won the truck race, so he already knows what he needs to do to get up there. And there comes that 21 car, that paint scheme that you brought up at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, and I'm going to throw out another shout out to a voice you don't hear too much in here because you know what? He is our production man. He is the one that brings you the scenes and the sights and the sounds that you hear. Kevin Conyu, he's got the best eye for tracking this stuff that I've ever seen, but he is also an avid iRacer himself. And Kevin, from what you've seen so far on this thing, do you think these guys are going to be behaving, or are they going to start throwing some haymakers from what you've seen in the league so far?
I think they're going to be able to do both. It looks like they're able to throw the haymakers while still behaving relatively, and not bringing out the cautions knocked immediately on wood. So, this is fantastic stuff, as you can see.
Yeah, it is, and it's winding down quick because we did 20-lap heat races, and those seemed like they were gone snap of a finger. We're already 10 laps into this thing. We're already a tenth of the way there. Before you know it, it'll be a quarter of the way there, halfway there. And these guys are settling into a single file, just looking for the right line to hold their stuff until we can get to that first round of pit stops, hoping that we don't see a caution. I have seen one in pit lane already. He looked like he took a fuel only, maybe, a little bit of strategy taken out, and that was Chris Raul-Mesa.
Commentator's curse.
Well, I already called Raul-Mesa to the pits before that one broke out. See what happened on our replay. Taking a look at...
we're looking at the 13 of Chris Papa. Looked like... Who is that? Who else is that spinning around?
Oh, the 18 took Chris Ryan 18, took a hell of a shot.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to use that fast repair and get 4 feel goods on that one. That was rough hit.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely gonna need to take him fast repair on that one. Don't want to have to use that fast repair this early in a race, but hate to see when it happens.
So they have unlimited tires here, 1 fast repair. Is that how it works?
Yeah, we have 75% fuel load. We got unlimited tire sets. So the guys, every chance they get when they come to pit lane, they're probably going to be looking for 4 Dr. Feelgoods for all 4 corners of the car, unless strategy plays a big part of it. And 1 fast repair, which I'm sure some guys are using right now, as right now, Chris Ryan Jones leads the whole herd into pit lane.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, if a caution comes out, I would definitely go out and get 4 feel goods, definitely, for sure.
Watching this whole procession down to pit lane, let's see who wins the race, off and on a pit lane. As guys hit their marks right now, I'm watching the time that they're in their pit. This is going to be a good tale. Are they going to do the 2-tire stop? Are they going to do a full 4-tire stop? To me, it's too early to experiment. Well, I don't know. Experimenting on 2 tires right now might get you some advantage, but it looks like everybody in the field has gone for 4 tires, a full tank of Go Fast, and we are back out with, by the looks of it, Chris Gossett winning the race off of pit road.
Yeah, I think it's a little too early to be taking a gamble on right sides or left sides. You might as well, if you're going in right now, you might as well just take all 4 because you know everybody's taking 4. As a driver, I know I would take all 4. I know you guys drive and race iRacing too. It's too early to go with a gamble that far away.
Cover me for about 30 seconds. Be right back.
All right, looks like we got Mr. Gossett. Won the battle off pit road. 24 car. Love that paint scheme. Mr. Jones, Mr. Galinas, 78. He's been up front all night long. He was strong in the truck race, showing what he's got once again in the cup cars. 97, Mr. Bass, he's up there just chilling. I think he's just riding. Christopher Ritchie in the 35. He's always up there. Otto, he was in the booth with me watching the truck race. He might have learned a thing or two. Look, right behind him, the other guy that was in the booth with me for the truck race was Leach. Christopher Williams in the 31. He's up there chilling in 7th. Christopher Reese, he's 9th. And Mr. Williams, that was my pick for the truck race in that 1 car. He's just doing what
sorry about that. I had a cat decided it wanted to try to electrocute the heck out of itself. I done fixed that problem.
As long as it's not the one off of the Christmas Vacation when they was under the chair chewing the electric wire and he turned that tree on. He was done, wasn't he?
Yeah, 2 movies that we watched over the weekend. That was one, Christmas Vacation. The second one was my ultimate all-time gotta-go-to Thanksgiving movie, and that is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yes, sir. Love that movie. That is an instant classic, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Lights are off on the Chris Tang pace car as they are bringing it around turn 3, heading into turn 4. We're going to be looking for a restart, and don't look now, but the guy I told you to keep your eyes on, that 97 of Chris Bass, he has worked his way up to the 4th spot, going to start outside row 2. As the Mustang brings him around, Chris Gossett's got command of the field. Alexi inside lane. Pace car takes a hard left turn into pit lane, and we're waiting on the green. He's holding him down. Green comes out. Gossett mashes the loud pedal, says, see ya, I'm out of here. And they said, no, you're not. Here I come. As, it looked like the 78 of Galinas almost decided to go for a 3 wide right there.
Oh, no, don't make it 3. I thought the 78 was going to make it 3 wide there, and that would have been totally insane.
If this would have been maybe 5 to go, I'd have said, have at it and don't stop. But with 85 to go, not a good idea.
Yeah, that would have definitely not ended well probably for the whole field. I'm glad he led off there.
Taking a look through the field, everyone came in for the pit stop. 4 first Dr. Feelgoods in all 4 corners of the car. Full tank of Go Fast. And now they're out there just racing for jockeying for that position. Chris Ryan Jones in the Duke Chris 24 out on the point. Man, Don't look now, that 97 Blue Machine of Chris Bass holding that second spot, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep it because the 21 of Gossip's got that inside line as they hustle it off into turn one, but I don't know, and I think I just heard another wreck. Oh! Chris Papa getting the worst of that one. Nothing like calling a good race and then you hear in your headset, the crunch of sheet metal behind you as guys are wiping it out. I automatically go to my timing and scoring and see, okay, who's moving at 0 mile an hour? And unfortunately, it was Chris Papa. Christopher Reese, if he hasn't used it already, he's going to be wanting to use that fast repair. That car's a little wadded up on the front, a lot wadded up on the back. As the Chris Tang pace car picks up the field. So what do you think, guys? If you were not a part of that, you only got 5 laps on your tires. What are you thinking? Are you coming in for a stop now? Top off? Right side only maybe? Or are you going to keep your track position and keep it out there? If you're the leader, everyone's going to do the opposite. But if you're in, say, 5th place back, what are you doing?
My opinion, I think it's stay out. You only got a few laps on your tires and fuel. So, I mean, you might have some takers back in the field. And looking at the chat here, we got Chris can't compete with Chris. Man, it's going on in the chat tonight about Chris. I don't know which one they're talking about, but go get him, Chris.
Well, looks like the cars that were involved in the wreck, they're all coming back. So top 16 stay out as the rest of the field brings it in. So top 16 said, you know what, we're good. And it's going to be interesting to see how these guys slice through the field on fresh tires because we saw the tires starting to give up in those heat races right around, 5 laps?
Yeah, I'd say it's somewhere around there. 5, 6, maybe 7 laps. And then if you're not on that bottom line...
Who, me? Well, I can try. I get a little too excited.
Apologies, that was to the audience. I was muted. I was hoping that would be more seamless than that turned out. Go on.
Oh, well.
I interrupted you there, Ernest. Go on ahead.
I can't even bring the volume down, I don't think, but you know what? I'm going to try. I'm looking for it. What did you do to it? It's over here somewhere. We'll find it later.
Well, we were just picking up somebody's stream, the feedback from one of our streams. So if either of you are watching on a screen, if you could just mute that screen. But anyways, back to our.
That would not be me. I am full on in a set of headphones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched your mine on my phone. I turned that on. No problem.
Thank you kindly.
Anyway, lights are off on the Chris Tang Pace Cup. I was going to see if I could find Chris Bass in there, yank him in and talk to him, but we were doing some other things. Well, I'll talk to somebody else next time I get a caution out. And but I ain't going to do it right now because these guys need to concentrate on a restart. And the Chris Tang pace car is bringing them down around the backstretch. Ernest, why don't you take us to the green?
Nothing more beautiful. There's a smooth-looking 24 car, 97 sitting on the outside, Mr. Bass. The Gossip running in third. The Jelinas, look, there he is. He's just biding his time, I think. I'm not going to say that's my pick yet. I'll probably make my pick maybe halfway through the race. We'll see what we got, maybe a little bit. Then we got the 2 guys that were in the booth calling the truck race, Otto and Leach back there just chilling, so maybe they figured something out. See what we got when that Chris Tang Mustang drops down in there. Oh, 24 kind of held him back a little bit. He's got that 21 car just shoving him off to the start. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, he held that field up. 21 was all up in his rear spoiler there. 21 was, to me, if that was me behind the wheel of the 21, and who we're talking about in the 21 is Chris Gossett. If that had been me, I mean, I'd have been pushing that 24 for all I was worth, probably getting myself a 2X out of the deal. He showed some serious discipline as we are 2 by 2 for the top 4 spots. Throw a blanket over the top 6, and it's just getting dicier as Chris Bass. Look at that 97. I called it early, boys. I called it real early. I said, watch that boy. And there he is on the top spot.
Yeah, these guys are getting more aggressive as the laps wind down. I think it's going to be really good once we get past halfway. I think they're waiting until halfway. They see what their cars can do. And you got the 21 looking inside the 78.
Well, the cream seems to be rising to the top. We've been calling the same numbers this whole time, but we've got great action all the way back through. Chris Raul Mesa in the 37 machine. We saw him take a pit stop a little earlier than everybody else just before that caution, and it kind of worked out into his favor as he's knocking on the door of the top 10. He's got Chris Takis right in front of him with Chris Williams. So, yeah, we're looking at 9th, 10th, and 11th. Trying to make them all fit into 9th or 10th.
Yeah, earlier in his heat race, Takis kind of, got on the brakes a little bit and got up in the wall. He is slowly but surely working his way back up there. He usually is the restart guy, and he'll work his way up there if he's not up front. I would not be surprised if we don't see him here shortly up inside the top 10 and then working his way back up to it.
Yeah, looking back up to the front of the field, Chris Ryan Jones is giving all sorts of pressure to the back end of the 97 to Chris Bass. But Chris Bass making that 6-foot car wide look a lot wider. We've said it 100 million times here on ESPN, folks. Catching is one thing, getting around him, that's a total nother deal. As the 24 is doing his best to try to find a way around the 97. 97 just holding his line, not just keeping that door closed, running a clean race.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about them guys that stop the tires. If another caution happens to come out, this might change things up. Those guys that just pitted, they'll probably stay out, and then everybody else will have to come in, and then we're going to have a total different bunch of guys. I think, did you say it was, let me see, I'm trying to look at here, like 4 or 5 of them came in to pit to get pressure tires?
Roberge came in, Reese came in, Ryan came in, and Corvu came in. Those 4 guys come and got fresh tires. They're out there running in 16th, 17th, 18th, and 20th, respectively, holding down the back of the field. They've got, say about 7 laps less race wear on their tires than the rest of the field in front of them. But it doesn't seem to be making a difference as Ryan Jones at the point gets around Chris Bass for the top spot. And don't look now, Gossett, he's going to make it a 3-way dance for that top spot. These guys are really racing hard, man.
Maybe we should make every week an all-star race. This is excellent. I love this. This is great.
Working lap 28 of 100. I haven't seen but the one caution, 2 cautions so far. But these guys, I mean, you put this many Cup cars on Charlotte on a fixed setup on a Saturday night or a nighttime race, Sunday night Chris Cup. I mean, I'm totally in awe at the talent that I'm looking at on this field with Jones and Bass up front with Otto and Takis and 7. Lawrence, I mean, take a look now, don't look now, but even Raul Mesa, he's worked his way in that Go Chris that car, worked his way up into the top 10. He's right behind Williams, he's right behind Lawrence. These guys, these are names you've heard us calling all night long, and they're able to race this close quarters with these cars with that much tire wear on them. It's just amazing to me. My hat's off to this league. I can't speak enough about them.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking at the lap time. You got first and second running the identical lap time of 34 and 27. Then you have, it just switched on me, 30-24 for Gossett. Man, that's hauling.
Yeah, Gossett, my timing and scoring brings it out a little tighter. He's hauling the mail on a 30.2 Well, now just change over. He's holding the mail at 30.354, and everyone else behind him at 30.3, 30.5, 30.7. He's just holding that point. But don't look now. Chris Bass, we got a three-way dance for second place, boys.
These boys are mixing it up. Here's that 78 car. I knew he'd get his way back up there. Remember, he was running back there at 56, and I said he's just back there saving his stuff. And look, here he goes. Whoa, got the 97 getting in the wall a little bit. Got to the 46, Takis.
Yeah, Takis has seen the wall enough tonight. He's looking to stay out of that damage. The 97, Chris Bass, looks like he just got a little impatient a little too early, and he's lost the handle on that car. His tires are not gripping. And the guys that were showing some patience, like Galinas and Jones, they have, here they are. And don't look now, but here comes Chris Jonathan Leach up to the front as well.
Yeah, I can't say it enough that watching that truck race, and it was all under the lights, too. I think he was in there watching, calling the race, saying, yeah, I've learned a lot. Now I'm going to show it in the cars.
Now, this has gotten to be pretty darn interesting. We are a third of the way home, folks. And now you start to address, we know they got a 75% fuel load that they've put into these cars. So now we need to start to think about how far can you go on a tank of Go Fast, because the top leaders, they're all out there on 21 laps on the tires, 21 laps on their fuel. How far can they go?
I don't know, but that 24 just swiped that wall a little bit. That gave room for Jonathan Leach to get up in there underneath them. He might be able to pull that pass off, but 24 still fighting hard up on the high side.
24 just wanted to knock the flies off of the right side of the car. He was tired of dealing with it. But Jonathan looks like he's going to get under the 24 and get the job done. 24 is going to fall back to fourth place as, don't look now, here comes Chris Bass trying to drop the 24 down another position. And the 46 of Takis is right there with him as well.
Yeah, it's no surprise with that guy. I've watched him for the last 3-4 weeks, and he's just automatic. Sometimes he gets himself in trouble being a little bit aggressive, but sometimes it works for him.
Well, if you take a look right now, from the 48 in the third position all the way back to the seventh position of Otto in the 88, these guys are not, throw a blanket over them. Don't blink, because that's how close this whole pack is running together, and the pack is even closing up behind them with Williams, and Richie.
Yeah, it's an awesome view right here. You can see there's that 24 looking under the 48 again with that 97, giving him a little bit of draft. The draft actually does play a little bit of role here in Charlotte when you get going down that backstretch coming down into the straightaway. Yeah,
these guys racing side by side. We're talking about Jones in the 24, Leach in the 48. Leach in the 48 and 97 of Bass. These guys racing side by side are the two-car breakaway at the front between Gossett and Galinas. If they're looking in their mirror seeing side-by-side racing behind them, they're loving it because they're able to stretch that lead out even further. Right now, they're carrying a 1.5 seconds on the rest of the field. And as long as they stay, single file for first and second, they're going to put a big gap on it. But these guys decided they're going to start racing too.
This is crazy. One thing I'm starting to know. Whoa, 97 gets sideways.
How in the world is that not a caution?
I'm going to say,
that's going to be a caution.
Yeah, that should definitely bring out.
Okay, commentator's curse. Wait a minute. I don't see a yellow flag. Do you see a yellow flag?
I do not.
No, everyone's spun down to the inside. There's going to be some hurt feelings on that one. The green stays out. Work up. There goes the caution. Christopher Lawrence in the U.S. Chris car, number 9, looked like he took the front of that one. I'm going to see if I can see what happened. Man, those guys did such a good job of saving it, and then all of a sudden someone just couldn't quite save it enough. And the one that was in the middle of it the most, by the looks of it, was the 97 of Chris Bass. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, I would imagine if none of these guys have used their fast repairs, they're going to use it this time. I believe everybody's going to come in. You've ran enough laps, and we're just going to reset the whole field again. That was amazing. You had the top two just pull away, and then you had third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all the way back, just battling. That
I don't know if you caught that, Kevin. Did you see what happened to Christopher Lawrence in that number 9?
Oh, yeah.
He got hit front, back, side. He even had one go underneath him.
Yeah, we got all of that.
Oh, my God. He caught that bad one. I hope he has that fast repair in his hip pocket.
All right, guys, I'll be back in 30 seconds.
All right. But, yeah, to pick up on what Ernest was saying, that was quite an amazing run. 2 main packs, a lot of movement and progression up, again, by the names that you've been calling out all night. And here we have our wholesale pit stop.
Whole field bringing it down pit lane. Don't think I'm going to see any 2-tire strategy here. I think it's going to be 4 full tank of fuel because we were running 27 laps. We had a whole bunch of laps on those tires. And I don't know exactly how far these guys were down on fuel, but I'm waiting to see who makes it off of pit lane first. And that is going to be the 21 of Tommy Gossett. I'm going to see if I can talk to Tommy because you know what? He's been doing such a great job. See if I can catch a hold of him. Tommy, this is Byron up here in the broadcast booth with ESPN. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Looks like you are driving that CTG car right up there in the mix of things up in the front. I've been noticing through the heat races and through this first few laps, looks like you guys got pretty much good control of those cars. You can put them wherever you want them for the first 5. As soon as you hit 10 laps, man, what's happening with the car? Talk to me.
The car still feels good. Everybody else except the 78's falling off, it seems. Me and him are having some good battles. I feel like if we can get more than 20 laps in a run, I think I'll be able to pull him. He's just able to hang with me because of draft.
Well, you guys are putting on one heck of a show. I am so impressed by the talent I'm seeing out here at the Chris Cup. I know I talked to you guys when you came on to be broadcast partners at ESPN, and I haven't been around, at home because of a real-life job for the races and everything. But you guys are so impressing me. I'm so proud to be able to call your All-Star race. And, man, you guys are racing for that KS Designs T-shirt, man. You got one for the stage. You're going for another one by the looks of it, my friend.
Yeah, we get a T-shirt. It's a Chris Cup T-shirt and a Kyle Sykes paint scheme. It's not a Kyle Sykes T-shirt.
All right. Well, Kyle Sykes, man, big shout out to him. Told everyone go look for KS Designs on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and he'll take care of all your in-sim graphic needs. Hey, I just want to give you a chance to give a shout out real quick before we go one to go. Anyone else you want to throw a shout out to?
First off, thank y'all for broadcasting. I got to thank my wonderful sponsors, the SimNut Racing Sims, RB Rigs, BRM, Bolts Designs, and my whole team in Sims 2 Series. All those guys are back behind me. Got to thank them so much, and thank y'all again for the broadcast.
No, I told you, it's my honor and privilege to bring it. You guys are putting on one hell of a good show. Makes it easy for me, man. I gonna throw you back up to your teammates there. You got one to go. I'm gonna put you back up to CJR.
Much.
All right.
Yep. Okay, I'm back.
All right. Nice to know.
Looks like you brought another driver with you.
Well, I tried to, but you know what? Put that driver back. We'll talk to Chris Rivera at the next go-around because you know what? The pace car, the lights are off on the the Chris Tang pace car. It's time to do this thing all over again.
Hi, guys.
Trying to move you up there, Chris. I can't do it. I'm going to have Kevin do it.
I'm not. What team do you go to?
CGR Motorsports.
This is what happens when you get to someone that hasn't been in here for a while. His fat finger's dragging guys all over the dang place.
So how we do? Everybody stop there? Yeah, it looks like pretty much.
Oh, we're good. We're good. everyone hit the pits. Everyone got Dr. Feelgoods on all four corners of the car. Everyone got a full tank of Go Fast. Long green flag run. We're closing in 7 laps to go to halfway when we take the green, as the 78 of Galenas looked, and the 21 of Gossett are going to be leading into the green. Lights are off on the Chris Gang Pace car as it takes a hard left into pit road, as Gossett just holding them down, man. Waits a long time to fire off on that throttle, and I think there might be a penalty because it looked to me as if Galenas jumped that start. What did you see on that?
That's what I saw. I don't know whether... Oh, man, this cannot be a good thing for that 78 car.
Oh, it looked like he jumped that start big time. There might be some talk about, what happened there. But then again, I don't know. As 21 of Gossett is working underneath him. Don't look now, but that number 1 of Williams, he has worked his way right up into the mix of things. Running fourth is Chris Leach, and don't look now, but that beautiful paint job on that 46 of Takis is holding down the top 5 position.
We definitely have the cream of the crop rising now. We're getting ready. What are we? A couple laps away from halfway.
Working lap 45 of 100 right now. Make that 46 of 100.
All right, so
as it's getting a little froggy up there at the front of the pack. The 21 of Gossett has taken the lead back from Galenas, but I still don't know about that restart. We're going to have to ask about that after the race, or they decide to say to heck with it. It don't matter. It's the All-Star racing, boys.
All right, so here's why I want. I'm going to throw this out there. At lap 50, I want everybody in the chat, and don't leave the name Chris. I want last name. I want last name of everybody that's in the chat to let me know who you think's going to win. And then after we get everybody there, us in the booth will make our picks.
And then there's also something I want you guys to think about, and this is something I do in all my broadcasts that when I call a race. There's someone that you guys have been watching. There's someone behind the scenes you quietly said, wow, he's putting on a heck of a show. He doesn't need to be the winner. He doesn't need to be, he can be a backer. It doesn't matter. You keep in your mind, and we'll talk about it about 3/4 of the way in, who's going to be the ESPN driver of the night.
That's a good idea. That sounds perfect.
They're getting real froggy at the front of the field right now. Gossett's got the lead. Galena's all over his back bumper. And Leach got himself up to the 3rd spot. But they are side by side throwing haymakers for Williams and Takis for that 4th spot. And don't look now, but the Ducris number 24, Ryan Jones, is on his way in.
Well, I would say, to my opinion right now, I would say don't look now, but the whole field pretty much is right there. Look at them. They're all going into the corner right now.
Yeah. There's some close quarter racing. There are some butt cheeks being squeezed tight together. There are some guys gripping the steering wheel a little harder than normal. And it is going to, we are officially 1 lap away from halfway there, ladies and gentlemen. We are on lap number 50 of 100. We cross that start-finish line one more time. Cross legs in the air halfway.
All right, get some winners.
Picking a winner at this, in my eyes, is probably going to be close to or akin to, hitting the lottery, because you could pick any of the top 10 drivers on the field right now, and there it is. That could be it.
Well,
Takis getting a little wide on that corner exit. Guys are getting real froggy. Whoa! Look at the move that Galenas put on Gossett to slam the door. Gossett went to make the move for the lead, and Galenas is just slamming the door on him. Serious blocking, and there you go. How they kept it straight and did not wreck that. There, Gossett said, I am going for it. I'm taking it. Get out of my way. Give him the chrome horn. And, oh, my God, that may be worth taking a second look at.
I cannot believe that them two did not just, carnage everyone They went four-wheeling. They had plows on the front of their cars, man. Look at this. This is awesome.
This is the highlight reel for Chris Cup right there on lap 51. These guys throwing haymakers, saving it. They could have wadded up the whole field, but they didn't. That's just a testament to the talent behind the wheel in this league.
That's crazy. And then you still have the top 10. I mean, it's at least the top 10 right there, all running. It looks like pretty much they're all running the low line right now. Maybe to get a little bit of draft, them guys. Let's see what to do about 13th, 12th back. They're just kind of ride these guys up front.
Well, I think right about now you're hearing over the driver radio chat. Fresh underwear to the 21 pit, please. Fresh underwear to the 21 pit, because they both changed the color of their fire suits.
That was absolutely amazing how they didn't. I would have definitely went brakes and tried not to come back on the racetrack, but they were passing the grass. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, well, they're side by side for the point right now. And Takas, he's a big winner in all that exchange. He's up to third, and he's thinking of looking for more. And don't look now, but Ryan Jones in fourth, and then fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth all making it a big dance. I think these guys are starting to get a little serious now. I think the Mr. Nice Guy part of the routine is slightly headed out the window. Oh! Okay, I just caught a big chunk of cars going all over, in, out. And did I give? Yes, I did, didn't I? When I interviewed him, I gave him the announcer's curse. It was the 21 and the 46 and the 78. Looking at the replay, oh! 21 moves up over the nose of the 46, and the 21 of Gossett.
Man, I hope they have fast repairs.
I'm pretty sure Gossett's got a fast repair. I'm pretty sure. I don't know about Takas.
I don't know if Takas used his. I haven't seen any messages about it or anything like that. So, man.
Gossett might go. He's going to go a lap down because he had to tow. But, oh, my God. Kevin, did you catch how many times that car might have gone up over an endo?
Yeah, we're on our third replay of it right now from the inside. It was brutal.
Wow.
Oh, my God. The vomit cam view.
In car would be awesome.
Yeah, that's the vomit cam view as Galenas in the 78
pitting.
reads them. Everyone down to pit lane.
Everybody is pitting. Yeah.
I don't think anyone is going to stay out. Everyone had 16 laps on their tires. Unlimited sets of tires. You're going to take every opportunity you can to get them because we are past halfway. We're closing in on 43 laps to go. We are 43 laps to go right now. See who wins this race off of pit lane.
All right, guys, in the chat, men, women, give me your winners. Let's go. It's about that time.
I'm seeing 4 tires and full tanks of fuel on everyone. Looks like Galenas is going to win the race off of pit road.
Yes, he did.
And Ryan Jones is going to come out right behind him. Heartbreak of the race right now has got to be the 21 of Gossett because he had to tow to get to pit lane, and he is still there right now. I'm hoping he had that fast repair. Kind of focused. I've got my attention focused on him, waiting to see if as soon as he's done towing, hopefully he doesn't go down more than that one lap. He can work his way back up. He has time enough to get back to the lead lap and up through the field, and I'm assuming he'll do it if he can. It's just all about that fast repair.
Yeah, just looking at the replay there, I think the 46 might have had his fast repair. I just saw him drive by him. So, man, that's unfortunate for Takas. He worked his way all the way up to third. Remember, he was involved in that crash in the heat race. So he had to start in the total back of this race. Worked his way all the way up to third, and unfortunately, man, it's wrong place, wrong time. But I think he might have had his fast repair.
Did you catch Galenas doing the Roval chicane there?
No, I've got my eyes, I'm waiting for you to tell me when they're coming around to take the green, because I'm keeping my eye on the 21 right now. I want to see, as he does go down a second lap, man, this is going to be a heartbreak for him, but I'm keeping my eyes to see if he's got a faster pair in his hip pocket to use. I know that he had to tow. Towing should have been done by now, so maybe he has it, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's going to kick me square in the ding-ding for interviewing him and putting the announcer's curse on him. Oh, God.
All right, so here we go. All right, boys, we're halfway. It's our time. Let's make our picks. What do you guys got? Come on, Byron, you first.
Oh, well, full disclosure, I was gonna throw my pick out there for the 21 of Tommy Gossett, but I can't do that now. From what I'm seeing, from the way I'm seeing the car handle, he does have a straight car. He's got a bit of damage on it. Looks like he still is saving his faster pair for if needed. I'm going to go with the 78 of Chris Bailey Galinas.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to the man in the booth. What's up, Kim?
Well, before the accident changed everything. I thought the 46 of Takas was looking solid and moving steadily, but I don't know. I think Leach is looking good, so I'll throw my weight behind Leach there, 48.
All right.
All right, Ernest, who you got?
All right, so I've been watching the race, and I'm just really impressed with the 46 attack. It's I think he might be a little bit too aggressive later on in the race. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with my same pick. And I've been watching him in both truck and the cup, and I'm going to go with the same guy, Mr. The one car.
All right, well, I'm going to throw a monkey wrench in both y'all's plans. The 21 of Gossett is out on the track with a clean car. 2 laps down, 2 cautions, and he is the only car laps down anywhere near that. He's going to get lucky dogged onto the lead lap if we get another couple of cautions. 40 laps, you might see that 21 back at the front of the field. Don't take your eyes off him. That's going to be a man on a mission.
Yeah, plenty of time to do it. So,
yeah, but it's an all-star race.
Fresh.
Points don't count. That is going to be 100% man on a mission.
Hopefully it's not too much of a mission. I think that's why, I kind of went off. Oh, here we go, boys. Going back to green.
Yep, pace car's off, man. Galinas has got control of the field right now. Ryan Jones to his outside as he hits the loud pedal, gets a good start, pulls that car length on the 24 Ducris entry at Jones. And don't look now, Chris Williams has found himself up in the mix in third place, and Leach is just right there with them. We got a 4-car breakaway.
Yeah, these guys are going to start mixing up. You got 2 bumper to bumper on the high side. You got the 31 down low. Oh, 78 comes down to the block of 31.
The 31 Lucas oil car. Someone taking her the short way around the infield.
Yeah, it looks like if you go back and look at it, my honest opinion, it looked like overreaction. Like he saw the car on the high side kind of get a little bit loose, trying to overcorrect, and he started coming low, and then he went, safe action down pit road is what it looked like to me.
Okay, now.
Oh, nope, they got together. Oh, that must have been later from what I saw.
Yeah, well, I'm focused in on the 21 of Gossett. The wreck breaks off in front of him. He misses everything. Oh, he did catch a little rear damage. Does not look like it's going to hurt him. He got through there relatively clean, but since he picked up some X, well, no, he's going to go lucky dog. Okay, there's one of the laps back, boys.
Oh,
but we got to beat up rear. We got to beat up left rear. We got to beat up left rear, though.
Oh, you got some of that?
Oh, it was net code. He got rear damage from net code off of the 7 machine of Chris Connor Hazel. And, but I don't think that's going to hurt him aerodynamically here at Charlotte. It looks like he's going to lucky dog his way in one lap. As there he goes right now. Next caution puts him back on the lead lap. And, like I said, that'll be a man on a mission. But back at the point, you still have Galinas up front. Christopher Williams rolled himself up into the second spot in that 31 Lucas car. And Chris Ryan Jones in the Chris number 24.
So the question is, do you stay out or do you pit?
Well,
4 laps on tires?
You stay out.
Yeah.
Right now, everyone's pretty much staying out. I've got 15th place in, 16th place in. These are guys that were involved in that wreck. Chris Williams, Chris Otto, he's in. Chris Ryan is in. These are guys that have seen some damage on there. They don't have anything to lose. They're at the tail end of the lead lap. But these guys all in the lead lap, they're going to hold it out there. They're going to hold their track position.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting.
Kind of a repeat of that, first caution we had?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think these guys probably have a little bit, more damage than maybe the first time we saw this happen. So they might have to come back in, repair a little bit more damage. But, I mean, everybody else, you got the top 10 stopped on lap 57. And then you got 6 guys that stopped after that on lap 63. So older tires there. Doesn't look like much damage. I see Williams back here that pitted. Hackus, all these guys. You know what I mean? So you never know. You don't know where it's going to go from here. It's going to be fun.
And you know what? I'm starting to see a bunch of names that we were calling early that we didn't call because of other issues. They decided to lay back, and they're now working their way back up, like the 41 entry of Corview, like the 37 entry of Raul Mesa. Crowder up there in 6th place. Where did he sneak in under the radar?
Yeah, remember earlier when we had that 2-group run? I think them guys were back there in that second group saying, "Yeah, you guys, I'll see you in the second half." You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, everyone that got bumped and beat and banged on in their heat race and then early in this one, Chris's do have memories. So payback, non-points race is going to be happening. We are coming up. We're going to go 1 to go with 35 laps left to go in this thing. This is closing out pretty darn quick, guys.
Yeah, so these guys get a shirt and a paint scheme of whatever they want, right? Well, not the shirt, but the paint scheme.
KS Design, I mean, they... I lost my note. Where did I put it? Yeah, KS Designs is hooking them up. And if some of these paints that I've seen came from him, then you're getting some value there, gentlemen. Rock that bad boy and rock it proudly.
Yeah, I like a lot of these paint schemes. They're cool. They're neat. I'm ready. The driver's coming out of me right now. I'm sitting here. I got my rig just sitting here in front of me. Microphone sitting on top of it. I'm starting to grind my wheels. You and I might be throwing blows in a street stock race when we're done with this tonight. I may have to give you an education. Yeah, I'm down with some street stock, brother. Anytime.
I may have to educate you.
I'll throw this out here. I'm looking for a street stock league that I might want to be joining here shortly. So keep your eyes open. Ernest King, I'm looking forward. I run good.
All right, man. Eyes up on the front of the field. The Chris Sting pace cars got him tow midway down the back straight. Now entering turn 3. Chris Galinas in the 78's got control of the field. Christopher Williams to his outside elbow, outside of row 1. We're going to have Jones and Leach. They're rolling off in that second row, and rounding out that third row, Weaver and Crowder. Crowder sneaking his way back up there. I'm going to keep my eyes on him. I want to see how he finishes. He's kind of working his way into ESPN driver of the night. Pace car is off. Galinas is holding him down. Green flag comes out. He mashes a loud pedal, gets a heck of a jump, puts a car length on the field before they even bring it to turn 1. And Williams makes that undercut. We got a 2-man drag race for first position.
Yeah, then you got Jones, Leach, Weaver, and Crowder all back there. Go ahead, boys. Yeah, go burn your stuff up. I'll see you in about 7-10 laps.
Yeah.
Excellent racing tonight. This is awesome. I'm glad to be a part of the show.
Man, Leach is hauling the mail in that outside line. I just don't know how long those tires can hang that outside line like he's doing it. And just as I say that, he brings her down for the low lane, cuts the nose off of Weaver. We have got a mad scramble at the front of this pack.
Is that a little bit of bump drifting going on right there?
That's a lot of bumping. I don't know about any drafting.
Oh, he had to get 48. Leach had to get out of it a little bit to keep off the 31. Look at the 8 car. Had to be. Oh!
8 car to the side of the 46. We're going to see our next caution. The 8 car had to back out of the throttle so hard it just unsettled the car in the tri-oval, and he just had nowhere to go. Chris Weaver, man, that was unfortunate. He had to check up so hard. He just lost the back end of it, tried to straighten it out off the side of the 46, and takes that slow, lazy spin through the infield. The 46 of Takas, oh my God, he caught the right, he was just the wrong guy in the wrong place and caught the worst end of that one. Caution comes out, and
they had no time to react. There was no time for anything.
Don't know if you know this, guys, but I do believe the 21 was in the lucky dog position for that caution, but he did have to get on the binders real hard and went on that infield. He had to take evasive action through the infield, so he may not get that lucky dog. I don't know.
Man, this is huge. Huge, huge, huge. Now, I would imagine, I'm thinking that the leaders probably will come in. I mean, it done mixed everybody up with all the drivers that were involved in that crash, but I think everybody might come in and just say, you know what? Oh, leader stays out.
Leader stays out. Second place brings it in. Third place brings it in. All right, we got multiple strategies playing out here. And, you know, I've said it 100 times. You can have all the strategy you want. You can have the best mapped out decision plan all lined up for, I'm going to get my fuel here, my tires here, I'm going to race this like that and this like that. And you know what? The great equalizer, the caution, takes all that strategy, picks it up and throws it right out the window and says, oh, yeah, watch this. Tears it, creeps it, and tosses it right out. And don't look now, but I just watched the lucky dog go around. Who's got back on the lead lap but the 21 of Gossett?
So here's my question. When you're running that race and that restart, you're thinking, okay, what if it does? What if it doesn't? Are you thinking ahead of what you're going to do when the caution comes out? All right, caution comes out. I know I'm taking forward. I'm repairing whatever damage I can to make sure I still get out in front. And if it doesn't, you know, guys in the back that have fresher tires, you know, that's a do if you do if you don't, you know.
Well, I have got, as it stands at this moment, first, second, third, and fourth place, all on 14-lap old tires.
Right.
Fifth and sixth are on 7-lap old tires. Seventh on 13-lap old tires. I have got 8 on 7-lap old tires, and then everyone from 9th back is on fresh rubber.
Right. Man, this could be good.
This is going to get kind of interesting because we know the first 5 laps of fresh rubber are going to be the key, and we've only got 29 more laps to go around this race, and it's done. So time is of an essence. Real estate is going to be at a premium, and these guys are going to be hitting the scramble button saying, you know what, it is time to go. I cannot wait. Get up, get out of my way, coming through.
Yeah, this, I think this was, the earlier racing was just to build up. I think everybody was actually seeing what their car could do. I'm sure I'm sure people were making changes to their brake bias. There's not much you can do to a fixed setup, but you can change a couple things. So maybe people were trying different things. We saw some comers and goers, so we'll see. It's gonna be good.
Well, that looked like it might have been a lot of rear bias in the car that bit the machine, the number 8 machine of Chris Weber, because it looked like when he was locking it up, man, it started fishtailing like crazy on him. He had to back out of it. If you remember, that's what brought this caution out. He had to back out of it because Jonathan Leach had to check up, and he didn't want to get in the back of him, and darn near saved it. The guy that caught the brunt of it was Takex, and he is still, in the pits, 2 laps down. He'd already used his fast repair, so now he's having to fix it the old-fashioned way with the hammers and the blow torches and the 100-mile-an-hour or 200-mile-an-hour tape. As he's about to go 3 laps down as they cross the start-finish line, Galinas, his best thing he can do, the only thing he can do, he needs to hold the field off and keep all this mess behind him. He needs to do everything he can to keep everyone behind him. And don't look now, but that 37 of Raul Mesa is in second place, guys.
He's never been no slouch. No slouch. I've seen him, win in the truck series, and he's up here showing it with the big boys. But I've noticed that the 78 each time has I've noticed switched his starting up a little bit. He doesn't do it at the same time, so the guys behind him, they don't know. And I think, like you brought up, that was the cause of, Leach having to get out of it a couple laps later because he had more momentum than the guy in front of him, which said that, the car spinning around because of his brake bias. Maybe the brake bias was a little bit too high for the short run and not the long run.
Yeah, who knows? But you know what? You're right. The 78 has been changing up his starting style. And he's keeping everyone guessing. No one can really get a jump on him for it.
Maybe we'll start seeing the high side maybe kind of pinch a little bit. See, I'm looking at the replay right now. That's a little bit too much room. You want to be a little bit tighter down on him so he can't bring his car up to get that dive down going into the corner. I think that's where he's getting him. Plus the guessing thing. Here we go. He's going to see what he does this time.
Yep, 78's got control of the field. Galinas has got control. He's holding him down some more. Fires it off just the air early. Green flag is out, but you know what? Didn't fool anyone. The top 5 got a little bit of a breakaway as the Galinas in the next 4 places just took off as a shot in one piece together.
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. Galinas gave him a little bit too much room to be able to go up a little bit and then dive that car down into the corner a little bit. You're the leader. You got that right. That's you.
Yeah, Galinas is holding it out there. Williams is second. Raul Mesa fading just a bit. And don't look now, but you know what? Jonathan Leach has held himself around the top 5 the whole darn night. One hell of a job put on by that kid.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now you've done it. You done gave him the broadcaster's jinx. I was trying not to say nothing about him. And now here he goes looking inside the 37 car.
Well, if that wasn't a broadcaster's jinx, that was an attaboy from the broadcaster saying, you know what, we noticed a good job you're doing. Don't step on your own junk. That's how I'm going to call it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I hear you. Here we go. We got coming to the line. Let's see what kind of times they're running here next time they come around. I'll let you guys know. Right now, it's 48 is pushing a 31, man. Woo!
All right. 48 pushing to 31. Take a look at a little further back. Take a look at who's running the 8th place now, gentlemen, with fresh tires. Coming strong.
Mr. Gossett.
He is the first car on fresh tires as he got the lucky dog back onto the lead lap. Afforded him the ability to pit, have the freshest tires on the track, rolling P8, looking for more. I just hope he doesn't get caught up in something that's not himself. But this guy is on a mission. And, I know I changed my pick from him to the 78 at Galinas, and I have to stick with Galinas because that was my pick. No takebacks, as they say. But Gossett is up to 6th, and what a drive he is putting on.
I've been looking at the times here. I think he's still battling a little bit of traffic, but he's still consistently faster than the leaders are.
Raul Mesa takes the lead. brings that Go Chris car to the point. Galina's fighting back on the inside, got the preferred lane. Leach on the back bumper of the 37 on that high side momentum paying off. Don't look now. Gossett up to the 5th position, and he is going to have a heck of a time to try to get around this group, because this group has been the cream of the crop for the whole darn race as we come across the line, working lap 79 of 100. Next time across, we're going to have 21 to go to decide this thing.
Man, I'll tell you what, don't look now, but we got like the top 12 all right here. It's looking to me like the draft is really playing a big part. These guys got the cars tuned in, whatever changes they can make. Man, unbelievable, good racing. Look at Leach. I thought he was going to try to make it 3 wide there.
Well, he kind of got forced down by Gossett, and thank God the 31 of Chris Williams let him down. Otherwise, we would have had a 3 wide, and I don't think it would have been us calling a 3 wide turn. It would have been us calling a raucous of a mess.
That would have been total carnage, but I tell you, these guys are doing a phenomenal job tonight. Look at this. You can't get no better than this. The 78's out there. He's like, yeah, look at this. All these guys are side by side. They ain't going nowhere, bro.
Now, Leach giving a door check to the 21, puts him, so the 21 gets a wrinkle fender on the left side, brushes the wall, gets a wrinkle finger on the outside, and Gossett thought about making it 3 wide there for a second, but thought wise about it, not doing it with Leach on the inside. But there he goes, 3 wide move going around the corner. Oh my God! As Leach cuts up, Leach catches the brunt of that one, and so does Raul Mesa. Caution flies as guys go flying.
Oh, man, we saw that coming. I was hoping they all would have made it through. Hopefully they all still have their fast repairs. I don't know. We're getting late into it. I think they've pretty much all been used up, but we never know.
Well, where it all started was the 21 of Gossett pushed the point, got in the middle 3 wide, and I don't think that Leach heard his spotter call clear, or he maybe thought he heard him call clear, but he was nowhere near clear as Leach exited the corner and washed up like the 21 wasn't even there. I don't think Leach knew he was there, and I'm going to watch that one again. I don't think Leach knew he was there as they were coming out of that corner.
No, we watched that again, and that's definitely the 21, as you say, pushing the issue.
21 made that 3 wide, and we don't, that's the first time we've seen a 3 wide move done here, and you don't see 3 wide moves at Charlotte just for that reason. They don't work.
I'd have waited a little bit longer. I'd have probably waited 5 to go to try to do something, excuse my language, ballsy like that. That's going to be my new word there besides carnage. It's going to be ballsy. So,
all right, I got talk about pit stops. Everyone in the field says, you know what, I need 4 Dr. Feelgoods and I need some fuel. But Chris Weaver said, nah, I'm going to take the track position. Chris Weaver is on the point right behind the pace car. Everyone in the whole field is going to come out behind him on fresh tires.
From my vantage point, that's bad news. That's bad news, not only for the leader, but everybody on fresh tires.
Yeah. I hope he hopefully he comes in next time around realizing that, because we've seen that before, where after the restart, the leader quickly becomes an anchor, and suddenly is a moving chicane for the rest of a field that does not know how to use a chicane.
And people, they got to back off and all that kind of stuff, and when, no points or anything like that online, but they're going, and I think that is a total disadvantage right there for actually everybody behind the leader on the low line.
They're closed. Weaver stayed out. Okay, let's talk about a phenomenon on a restart called wheel spin. And you get that when you go to take that green flag and you've got lots of laps on your rear tires and you go to mash that the loud pedal, the one that makes all the noise when you step on it. Your tires don't tend to want to grip the track. They're going to light up like a dragster doing a burnout. That's called wheel spin. What happens when we get wheel spin? You don't go nowhere. Everyone else behind them is going to have traction. This is going to be a restart that just might turn ugly.
I just Yeah, and to go back on your point, the wheel spin. All right, most of the time when you're running on these kind of tracks, the car tends to spin the wheel and you kind of go left, right? And then you want to overcorrect it and steer it and fix it and everything. And then by that time, the guy on the high side has to run. Yes, going to be rough.
I'm looking at the messenger here, guys. You see what Chris Jones said? As the commission, I'm going to put up some free Chris Cup merchandise to the top 3 drivers tonight. So maybe Weaver got the message and said, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Not only have we got KS Designs T-shirts on the line, not only got KS Design graphic work for your in-sim needs, we got some Chris Cup swag happening.
And he's not going down, so yeah, he's sticking out.
Oh, I knew he was sticking out when he didn't go that last go-around. We are 1 to go. Well, no. We are 1 to go. Lights are out on the Chris Stang pace car as they line them up 2 by 2. Galinas has got to be nervous. He's got to be more nervous than, I'm not going to say what in church. We'll put it that way.
I'm just going to say scared. Gotta be scared. He probably, as a driver,
Well, if the 8 catches traction and they do fire off decent, when they hit turn 1, do you think the 8's going to be able to hold that low line at speed?
No.
Chris is going to be, Chris Galinas has got to be thinking, this guy's going to wash up, door check me, and I'm going to be meeting Mr. Outside Wall. Safer barrier, thank God you're there. But, Chris Williams has got to be sitting there thinking, I hope he fires off. I hope that's what happens, and I'm going to sneak to the point. But if he wheel spins, Chris Williams is going, I'm screwed. So is everyone else on that inside line. There's a lot of thinking going on right here in a half a lap before we take this green.
Yeah, it could go either way. To 78 can say, I want to make sure that I'm right there. I'd be tucked. I'll tell you, I'd be tucked right down next to him so I can hear his motor going. That 31, he's in the same boat too. I wouldn't be as close, but I want to make sure that I can make a pounce if he gets tight and takes that 78 out. I want to be out front where the caution does come out. Same thing with the 78. These guys are in prime position.
Pace car's off into pit lane. We're going to find out, man. We have got 15-lap shootout to the end of this race as Chris Weaver hits the loud pedal, fires him off. Looks like he gets a decent start on it. Galino's hanging tough on that outside lane. We'll see if that number 8 can hold that bottom line and not wash up as he does into the door of Galinas. As Galinas up into the outside wall. We called it before it happened. Oh, hell breaks loose. Oh, we cautioned back out as we got a mess on the backstretch.
Oh, man, carnage. All right, everybody in the text, hashtag carnage. Please, everybody hashtag carnage right now because that's what we just witnessed.
Unreal.
Christopher Weaver holding the point. Chris Williams getting through. The other Chris Williams getting through. Otto making it through. And Galinas, he caught a big chunk of it. His right side of his car is all pancake, but he's rolling in P5, and a lot of guys got a lot of hurt feelings on that one.
Yeah, we talked about it. I mean,
Galinas missing his hood.
Either way.
Looks to me like Galinas is missing a hood.
Oh, yeah, he definitely is. I can see his alternator. If he needs one, I'm working on a part international. Just call me up.
I'll tell you what, the graphics on these things are pretty good. I'm looking right down in there with my camera angles. I see parts.
So I'm looking at the leaderboard here. Kind of striking to me. Mr. Weaver in first. Look, Christopher Williams. Then we got Christopher B. Williams. Man, what an Otto back up there, fourth. He kind of fell back later. I mean, earlier in the race. Man, this is going to be good. Mesa. Look at Mesa back up there in sixth.
I don't know about you guys, though. As anybody who was the victim of that checkup, I'm thinking Galinas and, everybody who's coming down to pit lane right now.
Galinas had a fast repair, speaking of Galinas. He pulled a fast repair out of his back pocket, and he's back out on track.
He's back at 30.
But, good for him. But, wow, to have Chris Weaver still holding pole and to have him still not come down, that's gotta burn. That's gotta burn, you know?
Now, and the guys with him, now they got 5 laps on their tires, so their tires are scrubbing into what, they're optimizing out to what Weaver's got. Weaver might have made the best move by holding that, staying out there. He may finish in first, so he's going to finish in the top 5. We're going to have, 10-lap shootout for the end of this race when we go green. This is amazing. And then I looked at Galinas when he went into pit road. I was looking at, here's the technical side of me. Isn't the distributor on the back side of a Chevrolet engine, not the front? But he driving a Chevy and the distributor was in the front. I don't know. I was looking at parts under the hood, and as I was checking it out, he stopped into pits, and lo and behold, the hood reappeared. 4 tires went on the car. He went back out, fast repair in his back pocket. Galinas, the way he's been driving, he's going to fire off from the 10th position with 10 laps to go. This is going to get quite interesting.
This is a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, this is going to come down to it. Looking at the pit stops, we still have one guy. I don't know if mine's updated yet. Did everybody come in and do what they needed to do all fresh, or?
Yeah.
No, Chris Weaver's holding it out there.
Oh my! Oh, we got another situation. Oh, all right, man.
And remember, Chris Weaver held it in the last time. He tightened up on the exit of turn 2, got into the side of Galinas, and that's what brought this caution out and caused that whole melee. And he is going to hold it out there again. Looking on his outside elbow, I see Christopher Williams in the 31. You. Christopher Williams got to be going, oh, crap.
You know what? Everybody behind him is saying, oh, crap. Again. We're not. We're up in the booth. We're calling this. We're like, oh, here we go.
Oh, I'm up here in the booth, and I'm saying, oh, crap. This is an amazing race. We are going to take the green. Here we go. We're coming to 1 to go. Working lap 90. We're going to take the green on lap 91 of 100. That gives us 10 to go to decide the All-Star race. And I forgot to ask if these guys were going to have any green walk checker. I didn't know if there's a green walk checker going to happen in this race, but we're going to find out how many green walk checkers they got in them. Matter of fact, let me go see if I can find that info right here, right now.
I tell you, this is fun. We got drivers that were back there chilling.
There is no green light
that
checker
have
on
been
this
getting
thing.
it the whole time. So you got some that are on fast repairs, some that are not, some that are repairing damage for 1 minute and 35 seconds, and they don't want to lose the lap. So hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I'm not seeing green white checkers turned on in this session.
Oh, the number
We're
one.
getting some.
The number 1 got into the back of the number 8. I can only assume out of a little bit of frustration.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say. Don't.
We
say
ain't gonna
it.
say
I'm
it.
here. I'm here.
Hey, I'm not. I'm not saying that. We're not saying anything. We're just saying.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say nothing. We're just saying.
We're just saying.
Number 1 is just giving a message to the 8 saying,
Yeah.
guess what, buddy? You don't get this start off. I am going to put you quick, fast, and in a hurry and a mess. Here we go. Pace car's off. Let's see. We got 10 laps to go to the All-Star here at Charlotte Motor Speedway as Chris Weaver picks up the throttle, and Chris Williams gets a great restart. Number 1 is looking to be, he thought about it 3 wide. Thought better not do 3 wide. I see now the 8 tightened up the last time as they haul the mail into turn 1. Oh, a little bit of bumping and banging going on. But Chris Weaver,
He pushed
he's
him.
going to give
The
up
one
a
car
lot.
pushed him. He did that on purpose. He pushed him. That way he would get tight. Now that A car is going to lose a ton of spots.
Yep, and Galinas is down on the bottom side of the 8 car saying, I don't feel bad for you. Here we go. Let's go. We have got a race. Chris Williams out to the point by 2/10 of a second. Otto right behind him in the 88 coming up out of nowhere. And that number 37, Raul Mesa, is in the 3rd position. But don't look now. Galinas has worked his way back to 4th, and he is flying on the freshest tires in the track.
Yeah, so here we go. The guy with the oldest tires is starting to fall back. All the newer tires starting to come up. It'll be about, how many laps we got? 10? They can pretty much go wide open the whole way. This ought to be interesting.
Crossing the line, working lap 93, 8 to go. 8 more times around Charlotte Motor Speedway. I'm looking at Bailey Galinas as the 78 is just hauling the mail. He breaks it into the 3rd position and sets his sights on the back of the 88 of Chris Otto, and Christopher Williams in the 31 and the Lou Chris Oil car holding the point for now, doing everything he's got, saying I need every ounce of strength and grip and power this car's got to hold out this field, as Raul Mesa is going to bring out another caution. Chaos in the back, carnage, cars go flipping. The Ducris car, 24 Ducris car, Brian Jones on his lid.
Fix them up, boys.
We are going to have maybe a 1-lap shootout at the end of this thing. Chris Williams on the point. Chris Otto second. And don't look now, the 78 worked his way right into that 3rd position. And Chris Bass in the 97. Guys, I told you, watch that car, man. But the 97, even with all the trials and tribulations he's had, he is on as fresh as tires as Chris Galinas is. And he is going to start outside 2nd row.
He's actually on fresher tires. Man, this is going to be good. I think everybody stops. I would stop.
Now, if you stop, you give up the race with 5 to go and no green, white checker?
I just might.
No way they come down pit. No way. No way.
The driver in me.
No way these front 5 are coming down pit lane. No way.
Everybody's on the same set. 82.
Okay.
Let's see. 82,
Okay. Chris
82,
Ritchie.
87, 87, and then you got 6th on back pitting. If
I told you, top
back,
5 are
I'd be
not
pretty
coming
good.
in.
Everybody behind 6th place is stopping. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
I don't think it's going to make it. I don't think it's going to make a difference.
I got you.
But I do think we're going to see another caution.
Yeah. Well, you got 82. You got 82 first and second, and then 87, 87 all the way down the next 3, and then after that, everybody pitted. That's a big gap. That's fresher tires that you can go more wide open than the guy in front of you. Longer. This is going to be good. Christopher Williams in first. Mr. Otto showing up in second. Galinas chilling. Mr. Bass. Crowder. Christopher B. Williams. Hey, that's my pick. He's back up to 6th place. That's pretty good. Mr. Gouge. And then Ray Borge. Yeah, they're all just figuring out what's trying to go on. Christopher B. Lawrence chilling after him. Trying to catch up in the field.
Never mind me. I'm pushing buttons on here, seeing all these new little features my update gave me. But I'm paying attention to these cars circulating under caution. Working lap 97 now. Okay. Lights are going to go off on the pace car. 1 to go next time around. That's lap 98. Then they're going to come around and take the green flag. That's lap 99. So the green flag on lap 99. So it's going to be green walk checker.
Checker records.
Green line checker. Actually, it'd be the green flag and the white flag at the same time. Next flag gonna end the dang thing.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see. Just, I hope nobody really goes, to the wall or, like.
No, I'll tell you.
It's
There's a couple of drivers in here.
Good.
There's a couple of drivers in here that are gonna do this one move that I learned from a different video game.
This is good. It's exciting. good call tonight, guys. I'm enjoying myself.
It's always a good call, especially when you got us in the booth. ESPN on a Sunday night. iRacing's a platform. ESPN's a network. Chris Cup is the league. KS Designs decided that they were going to put on one hell of an all-star race, sponsoring it. Get these guys something to race for that is actually worth something, because I've seen the graphics work. Guys have been sending me pictures of it. I've seen the graphics work, and I'm like, ooh, I might give me a little something done. Don't want to upset the guys, at ESPN to hold the color crayons, but this guy does some darn good work. KS Designs, everyone. Go check them out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Take care of all your in-sim graphics needs.
Christopher Williams. Let's go to bring him to green. Got Mr. Otto. Look at that. Got it ran the truck race earlier, or called the truck race. He's up there in second. That's pretty cool. Galinas sitting there in third. Then you got 97 in Bass. He's been chilling out all day long. I don't know what he's thinking. He's just like, win or not win. Mr.
And
Crowder.
Don't forget, top 5 are on old tires. 6th on back are all fresh rubber.
Yeah. It looks like you got top 2 on the older ones. Here we go.
This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. We are going to take the green flag at lap 99. So that's going to be...
I hope it's green. I hope it's green the whole way, so we have a definitive.
We're going to have a definitive. Christopher Williams is going to lead the pack off. I'm looking at that 78 at Galinas. He has got to be hungry, especially after the mess that he got into with Weaver. And don't look now, Weaver in the 10th spot, fell all the way back. He's back on fresh rubber. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. And Williams is held up the field a little bit. Oh, man.
I think he spun the tire.
I think he did spin the tires. Otto got the jump out to the front. Don't look now. Galinas is right there in his tire tracks on the 31. As we are working lap 99 of 100, we're going to get the yellow flag next go by at the start-finish line. And look at that. Galinas down on low. 78 on the freshest tires. 88 drops down behind him. Williams on the high line is just cut out left to dry. Little bit of shoving, banging, beating, blocking going on. White flag, ladies and gentlemen. Galinas in the front. Otto followed by Williams and Williams.
That was a good job by the 88. He stayed there down low with that 78. That boy's going to check it out. Here comes the one car. That was my pick for the truck race. Look at him battle up and go for second, third.
But third and fourth, it's a Williams show. Look at fighting it out for that position. But don't look now. The 88 trying to get a run on that crossover as we head for the checkers. It is going to be Galinas across the line first, followed by Otto, Williams rounding out your top 5, Chris Lawrence.
Chris Bass finished in 6th. Crowder finished in 7th. 8th is Richie. Then Brayboard, Weaver, Gouge. Man, that was cool.
Guys, I know I've been watching a few drivers tonight. I'm going to give honorable mentions for driver of the night. One honorable mention has got to go to the driver of the 37 Go Chris car of Raul Mesa. Another honorable mention tonight is definitely going to have to go out to the, in my eyes, the 97 of Chris Bass. But my driver of the night, he was up in the front, saw adversity, fell all the way back, and came back to win the race, has got to be the 78 of Chris Bailey Galinas, your race winner. By the way, who called that winner?
Oh, you don't have to go there. Yeah, it was definitely a good race. Galinas, he definitely was strong all night, I think. I don't think he dropped out of the top 10 unless he got caught into something that was not in his control.
Nah, he done one heck of a job at this race. I mean, one heck of a race tonight, guys. We had 20-lap heat races where we saw action, learned a little bit about how these cars were going to handle. We never really got a feel for how far they were going to go on a tank of fuel because, we had unlimited sets of tires tonight. The guys were going to take tires every chance they could coming in. And gloves come off. I mean, basically, they were racing at as hard as they could, as Glenis is not going to do any more burnouts as he has blown his engine. But
yeah, the driver that I was looking at, I mean, I didn't pick him to win. Actually, I did pick him to win. Christopher B. Williams. You know, I watched him in the truck race. I saw that he was pretty smooth, had a good night there, and came over here. I mean, it didn't even hesitate, jumped right in from the truck to the car, and did a spectacular job coming in third.
yeah, well, you know, to be, where is he? Where is he? To be honest with you, there he is. Here he is. Driver of the number one aforementioned Christopher B. Williams machine, coming home in the third position. Dude, gloves were off at the end of that race. Talk to me about the run right there at the end to bring you home for the third position.
Yeah, it was a crazy race. Lots of ups and downs. That I was involved in that last wreck right before the last restart, and went and got my fast repair and 4, as you call them, Dr. Feel Goods, and pretty much just all gas pedal all the way to the end. And I'm just glad I was able to get a podium.
Okay, a couple of restarts here. Late race, we saw the 8 of Chris Weaver holding it out there. I mean, you guys all went in for fresh rubber. This dude was holding, I got 20 laps on my tires. Hell, it is. I'm going to hold my spot. How hard was your butt puckered on that last restart, knowing he was on those old tires?
Well, I've been racing with him for a few races. I wasn't too worried about it. I know he knows what he's doing, and he didn't have too many laps on it. I was just he really held me down after I got into the back of him under yellow, so I feel bad for that. But we ended up talking to you guys at the end of the race, so it worked out.
Oh, man, that was one hell of a run. It was a really hell of an impressive run. And I'll be honest with you, man, I talked to you guys when you signed up to become partners with ESPN, and we bring the races to you. This is the first opportunity I've had to actually watch a full race. It was your all-star race, and actually it worked out. Here I am broadcasting it, and I was telling the guys in the booth all race long, you guys have some serious talent out there on the track. I saw some things that would have been just nothing but huge messes, and I saw close quarters racing, bumping and banging and clean racing and respect on the track. My hat's off to this league, man. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
I got a question.
Friends and family and all my students. I'm actually a high school teacher, and we've been online for about 4 weeks, and we're going back into school tomorrow. So big shout out to all my kiddos.
Oh, good luck to you. Good luck to you going online. Stay safe, man. And that is one of the. My hat's off to you. I've got a son that's a high school teacher now, teaching at the high school he graduated from, as a matter of fact. But Ernest, you got a question?
Yeah, I picked you in a truck race. I've been watching you for the All-Star Weekend tonight. Did you learn anything while you ran that truck race that you could bring to the Cup race? I know early in the race you were kind of, not up there, just kind of minding your own business. And did you take anything from adjustments, or did you make any adjustments from the truck race to the Cup race to get the finish? I know there was a lot of wrecks and stuff that had to play in with it, but I was watching all night. You were working your way up steadily.
Yeah, the big thing that transferred from the truck race to here is the wreck avoidance. That's about it. The trucks handle a lot differently. They're a lot slower. Cup cars are kind of a handful here. Us and 1-3 Motorsports are really focused on just saving tires and getting the long runs going, but we really didn't have too many long runs, so it was just kind of keeping the cars clean and saving our fast repairs for the end.
Good job, man. Good finish. I'll be watching you next week.
All right, thank you. I'm looking forward to next week and hopefully getting more points and staying in the points lead in the trucks.
Well, there you go, man. There's your third place finisher, everybody. Christopher B. Williams bringing home that number one machine in number 3 position. Man, congratulations on the run.
Thank you. Thanks for the broadcast.
You betcha. All right, joining us up in the booth right now, if I can get a hold of Ernest, I do believe you have our second place finisher, Otto.
Correct.
Oh, nasty. That's all I'm going to say right now. So what did you take from broadcasting the truck race and bringing it to the Cup race?
Honestly,
It was
nothing.
both under ninth. Really? Nothing? They were
I
both
didn't
dark?
take anything. And the reason because is there's so many more cars in this race than there was in the truck race, and it just didn't. I just didn't feel like the truck race would be any similarity towards this cup race, and I was right. I didn't expect all the pack racing that we had, and it was crazy all night. I said at one point to my teammates in the chat, and I was like, "Man, this feels like we're racing at Daytona or Talladega," and it's just, oh man.
So one more thing from me. I noticed that earlier. I brought it up in the broadcast with the boys, and I was like, you know what? We got 12 cars going into the same corner. I mean, and this is Charlotte. You know, it's not Talladega, it's not Daytona, it's not Vegas. Might even be a little bit more. I'm a driver just like you. So at Charlotte, what were you thinking when you were going to the corners like that?
I was just honestly hoping that nobody would wreck in front of me because I was right there in the top 5 to 6 most of the race till I got taken out there a little bit later, and I had to drive my way back up there. But yeah, I mean, it was just almost every time going into 1 and 3, it's just praying nobody wreck in front of me, nobody wreck in front of me. And a few times it happened, and a few times I got lucky. But I really needed this race. I have not had very good luck to start this season. I've been wrecked out of every race so far, so this is a good momentum boost that I'm going to need, especially going into coming back here next week, and I feel like I got a good shot.
Yeah, I think you do too. I think maybe the other guys have a question for you, man. Go at them, boys.
Oh man, I was just gonna say those restarts right there at the end when you had one car staying out on all the tires, you guys on fresh rubber and a hungry pack of wolves behind them. All the chaos going on, man. What were you thinking on that final restart, and what were you thinking coming to the line?
The final restart there with the 31, I told my teammates in chat, I was like, I need to get the restart of a lifetime here, and I got it, but I just didn't quite clear him going into 1. I didn't want to chop his nose off or anything like that. So it's just I was trying to race as clean as possible, but also as hard as possible. Like I told the winner, 78, I could have gave him the bumper going into 3 on the restart there at the end of the race, and I decided not to. Just try to race clean. I don't like winning like that, but sometimes you got to do that. And maybe next time I'm in that situation, it'll happen, but not tonight.
Well, like I said, the guys named Chris in this league, they all have memories, you know. There's going to be a little bumping and banging and beating there, but you know what? You brought the Chris Goods Chevrolet home, second place. You're going to get some Chris Cup swag, and you know what? You put on one hell of a show for ESPN and one hell of a show for KS Designs, and we're proud of you. Anyone you want to throw a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to shout out you guys for throwing these broadcasts together. They're always so good, and I think they're probably one of the better broadcast teams you guys are that I watch, and it's just good graphics.
Don't sing my praises. I'm only here because my termination papers got lost in the mail.
But yeah, just everybody, Chris Jones for putting this league together back when we all started this. It's just been a blast. I know I've been having some bad luck recently, getting frustrated, but Chris Reese, also give him a shout out for making sure everybody could get in this race even with having to restart the session. He did a good job tonight. It sucks that he got wrecked out early, but and I want to thank Kyle Sykes for helping sponsor us, and believe that I can't remember what our other sponsors are, to be honest with you. I didn't think I was going to be in the booth.
You got to practice this stuff because you know what? You got the talent to finish up front. You got to remember who you're talking about.
Yeah.
You got to practice this stuff.
Oh, okay.
You finished up front. You finished in second place, man. We're proud of you for doing it.
Yeah.
Good run tonight, man. I watched you in the trucks. You were good. Good race.
Thank you. DeMarzos Gears, Simnut, and Butt Kicker. I'd like to thank them as well. Those were our other sponsors. Got them. Just took me a minute, but I got them.
There you go, man. You guys put on a hell of a show for them. That's all I got to say. You know, and I've been talking all night about the respect I've been seeing on the track, and the talent that I've seen on the track blew me away.
Yeah, it was a crazy race for sure. There was times there later in the race I didn't think I'd even have a shot to win the race, but I boarded some key wrecks, drove through the grass quite a bit to make it through them, and almost needed to wear my brown pants about 3 different times, but we made it through and brought her home second. So I'm happy
Well,
with
there you
that.
go.
And going to take that momentum the next week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is your second place finisher, the pilot of the number 88, Chris R. Auto, the chrisgoods.com 88 Chevrolet. He has brought that car home in the second place, but this is the guy that I've been wanting to talk to. This is the guy that I've been waiting to get his input on, because I have got some serious questions to ask him. That second to last restart, we are talking to Mr. Bailey Galinas. You know, Chris Bailey Galinas, the 78, the guy who won the race, the guy who got the golden ticket, the guy who won the prize. I've got to ask you, man, when that restart happened and the 8 washed up into you and you lost all them positions, we watched you go as a madman on a mission. Tell me about that run to the front.
It was quite interesting. I didn't know if I was going to get back through everybody that quick. I didn't know how many people were going to block hard or what I could do with moves, but I was able to get a lot of good moves in and just go for it.
Well, those moves we saw, they were great, and it kind of earned you a little bit. Every broadcast that I do, I haven't done the Chris Cup myself, but I've been here tonight helping out, and I've got to tell you, what you did in this race brought enough attention from the broadcast booth. You not only earned the win of the race tonight, you not only earned some swag from Chris Cup, not only earned some stuff from KS Designs, but you also earned the ESPN Driver of the Night, man. It was a great run. How'd that car handle for you, man, when you got the older tires versus that run on new tires at the end?
Well, most of the race it was just hold it back, try to save the tires. I was hoping for a long run, that never happened. So then at the end it was just I don't think I lifted at all in the last 5 laps. I was pinned it wide open, just hoped it would stick, and it did, and it worked out for me.
Well, it worked out big time. Guys, you got any questions for our race winner, Mr. Bailey Galinas?
Yeah, I'd like to know, earlier on when the caution started happening, you kind of fell back maybe to 5th, 6th. You were up in the front. I know your truck handled really good when you were out front. You're just like faster than everyone. I was watching the lap times, but when you got back in traffic, how did it handle, and were you worried? And just, you knew if you can't always say cautions fall right.
I wasn't too worried because it seemed like a lot, like I figured out the few guys, like it seemed like the 48 was really pushing it, the 21 was pushing it, those few other guys, and it just seemed like if I waited a few extra laps I could go through it, and same with my teammates. We all kind of figured out that was the pattern. Those few guys would push and you'd gain a lot.
Long one was better. Good job, man. Congratulations on the win.
Congratulations on the win. Anyone you want to throw a shout out to before we close this out and let you go?
Everybody at 1-3, can't thank them for all the help.
All righty, man. That's your race winner, everyone. Mr. Bailey Galinas in the 78 machine put on one heck of a show for us, driving it through the field, bringing it. As we close this broadcast out, you know, the All-Star race for the Chris Cup. Ernest, man, give me your summation of the race. What did you think? What did you feel? How did you walk away from this thing feeling tonight?
I had a lot of fun. That's for damn sure. You know, I kind of figured it would work out the way that I thought it would. And people, you know, the heat races kind of threw a wrench in there, which I love. I love that. But as for the race, I knew that people would be kind of hanging back, and you know, so it was good. It worked out the way I did. I'm glad we broadcasted it. It's a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, great race. Kevin, you were the eye in the sky. You were the man that was able to capture all the action. You saw things that we didn't see, and I know you brought them to the crowd in a way that we couldn't bring it. Your thoughts and feelings on this one as we close out the All-Star race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Well, it was all-star. I think we can say that much. You know, to have the things that we saw happen, you know, made mention of it in your interviews there. You know, we had cars that cut across the grass. I think it was one of our heat races that really showed what was to come, and managed to stick it on the re-entry without causing an incident, and maintain, you know, fighting form while they keep going around. So it was fabulous. You know, there was some carnage at the end, which is always exciting, but it didn't really result in, a caution-filled, drag-on sort of race. So yeah, I don't know what more you want to see. You got to see long green stints and as well as cars flipping through the air. So it was great.
Yeah, it was totally great. And, I was proud to be able to be the guy to bring it to you. Chris Cup on a Sunday night, man. The Chris Cup League, look for us same time every Sunday night. This was the All-Star League. We're going back to points racing coming next week. And, guys, I hope to be around for it. But if I can't, I know you're going to bring home one great show, and I know you're going to bring home one great broadcast. I just want to say, you know what? I have been seriously impressed by the talent that I've seen. And all the guys in chat were right. Chris did win the race. So, hats off to the prognosticators on that one. Great paint jobs, great league. I don't have enough to say about it. Guys, I'm going to throw it over to Kevin and Ernest. You guys want to say anything before we close this thing out as we come to the end of this night?
Well, we'll just go down. Why don't you run us down, Ernest, the grid I've thrown up on the screen there, our overall standings for this race?
Oh, I'm not seeing that.
Oh, you're not seeing
Well,
it?
I got it.
You got it?
I got it. Yeah, coming home first tonight, bringing home that win, the 78 of Chris Bailey Galinas. Bringing it home second, that's going to be Otto in the 88 machine. Christopher B. Williams in third, followed by Christopher Williams in fourth. Rounding out your top five is Chris Lawrence. Bringing it home sixth, that blue car, that 97 entry of Chris Bass, followed by Chris Crowder, Richie in eighth, Roberge in ninth, and Robert, he's going to kick me so hard for getting his name wrong all night. Rounding out your top 10, the number 8 of Chris Weaver. Gauger, he's in 11th. Gossett, man, what a heartbreak for the 21 machine. He was the cream of the crop for a lot of the night until adversity struck him, but he managed to claw him back, got on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap, finished in the 12th position. Coming home 13th is Core View, Raul Mesa in that 37 Go Chris machine, brings it home in the 14th position. Chris Leach, he was up front all night long, ranting in the top 5. We called that 48 number an awful lot. Heartbreak for him, finishing 4 laps off the pace in the 15th position. Ryan Jones in the 16th position. Takis, he was a fellow Canuck for you there, Kevin, and he was just nothing but heartbreak tonight for him. Everything happened to him. I think nothing was his doing. Chris Ryan brought her home in the 18th position. Connor Hazel in the 19th, followed by Christopher Reese and Chris Papa. Chris Edwards missing the start for some reason on that. Did not get a chance to participate in it. But that is your full field rundown here of the Chris Cup All-Star race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
What an exciting race, man. This was a lot of fun to call. See you guys next week.
Well, I hope to be around next week. We all know what my real life can throw at me, but we'll see what we can do, see what shakes loose there. I had a lot of fun bringing this race to you, everyone. You know what? ESPN in the house, iRacing being the platform. We look for us every night. We've got something going on, and we can't wait to bring more iRacing action to you to cover everything. So for Chris, for Ernest King, and I'm saying Chris so many times, I'm about to call you Chris Kanya. For Kevin, I am Byron Rodney of ESPN, and as Sam Cooper Bennett would say, remember to keep it clean and keep it green, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.